Welcome to Monday night. It's time for the American iRacing League, the Reaper Speed Labs program. We're ready to rock and roll, presented by Polk's Poppers Fish and Lures. And this is round number 5. We're halfway through our Monday night extravaganza of Legends late model stocks and super late models. And we are at the virtual 400, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, located in virtual Sim City, Music City, Tennessee of Nashville. And we are ready to go tonight for coverage of round number 5 of the American iRacing League. Good evening. I'm Wesley Outland up in North Carolina. In California is our buddy Sam Dyer. And Samuel, we are going to be calling the action here tonight. Legends, late model stocks, super late models, 3 big races. And again, we have seen multiple different winners this season. Ready to see what these Legends cars can do on the small Legends car track as well, coming up next.
Yeah, we're here at the Nashville Fairgrounds for 50 laps for here of the Legends, and they're doing the mini course, so they're going to be racing a little bit in the infield and on the front stretch of the Nashville grounds. So it's going to be smaller, and the drivers have notified that it is loose coming out of the corners. They're struggling to find grip, so expecting a lot of cautions coming out of 4 and out of 2.
It'll be interesting to watch for sure, and we'll see what goes on as we want to thank Sneed Competition Design. Sneed Competition Design will be the official title sponsor for our race night for round number 5 of the American iRacing League. There are about 3 or so minutes left to go in practice, and then they'll go into qualifying. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at your Racing 411 information presented by RaceOnTexas.com. By the way, the Arklatex area, get that speed pass. It's all during racing season, dirt pavement. Check it out at RaceOnTexas.com. 30-minute practice about to wrap up. Then it will be 2-lap qualifying, followed by a 50-lap race on the small course that Samuel Dyer just mentioned for the Legenders. And then we'll turn around and we'll do late model stocks, and then we'll have the super late models to close out the evening. All coming up here on LSRTV for the broadcast coverage, as well as on CRN Sports, the community radio network, as we get ready for this racing action. Sam, this is a flat track. Not the big speedway, not 5/8 mile, but the track that the Legend cars are running on is like a flat quarter mile, similar to Charlotte or Atlanta, maybe even Bowman Gray Stadium. It's a flat track, and again, you're going to have to move some people out of the way. You're going to have to use that bumper to get some passes done.
Yeah, this track is a lot more of the single lane. All the drivers are looking for that same spot and expecting those bumpers to be used quite often here tonight. With only 50 laps, you've got to make your moves quickly because they're going to run out very fast, especially if we look back at how last week went. There were a lot of wrecks, timing, not a lot of green flag runs for drivers to make their positions up. So coming up here in less than 2 minutes, qualifying might be the most important aspect of this race. Get that track position because it's going to be hard to go through traffic.
And the Legend cars on the racetrack are getting ready to wrap up their practice session here, and then they'll go on track to qualify. Qualifying will be lone qualifying to put down the best lap to see what they turn out for their event. And again, we'll go 50 laps for the Legends. We're going to go 60 laps tonight for the late model stocks, and then, of course, that'll all culminate with the super late models. And they're only going to go 75 laps tonight. You know, normally they go 50, 60, 100. Tonight, 75 laps. And I think it has a lot to do, Samuel, with the reason of the size of the racetrack. This track is huge. This is a place, and this is why NASCAR is looking to possibly return back to Nashville in the next couple of years, because this place can be the consorts of a short track and a super speedway.
Yeah, compared to all the courses that the drivers have been out all season long, this is one of the bigger ones. The Nashville Fairgrounds, it is a fun course, a lot of banking, allowing for multi-groove racing, which is going to be fun to watch later on after the Legends race. And but for the Legends, this is probably going to be one of the more difficult, just because of how flat it is. They got to make sure they hit their marks, or they could be costing themselves greatly.
Ready for the drivers to finish up their practice session, so we will step away for just real quickly, and we will have qualifying when we return. We're live, LSRTV, CRN Sports coverage of the American iRacing League from Nashville when we return.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Qualifying drivers ready to hit speedway for the CMO Legends division. Ready to go, followed by the LFOD label stocks, and it's the Racing 126 super late models. It's all part of our coverage from Nashville. LSRTV and Sierra and Sports. Wesley Outland here with you, and Sam, here comes Jack Brown. He'll be the first man to step up, 26 card.
Yeah, Jack Brown, he was top 10 during practice on his pacing, hoping to do well here. And it looks like he's just going to do one lap. It's going to be a 15.209. Might be resetting.
Yeah, 15:30 right now for Jake Perkins, but he just got bumped in a 14:84, just got put down by James Folds. 14:838 to be exact for the driver of James Fold in the number 109. Jake Perkins, Jack Brown, Ian Martin, Cody Moorcroft, and James. Well, it's the battle of the Folds family, and it's going to be Daniel Folds now going to the top spot. And there's Dustin Momberket, and you know, Samuel, he's looking to try to go for 3 weeks in a row with Legend Car wins.
Yeah, Momberket as well as Retzlaff, they have been duking it back and forth during practice, challenging each other, saying, hey, are you going to be faster than me or not? I think they're both the favorites, but Momberket, of course, I mean, he's going to be trying to go for 3 in a row, and honestly, he could be going for 4 in a row. 3 weeks ago, he almost had a chance to win there, but had simple mistakes that cost him.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that as well and see how things go as they work their way down the front straightaway. Dustin Momberket. And right now, he's going to bump to the top spot, put Momberket up to P1 as he will turn a 1472. 1472 for Dustin Momberket. There goes James Call in the 119 machine. We'll see what he can do on his lap for qualifying. And I must say, Samuel, we got a good field of Legend cars here at Nashville tonight.
Yeah, looking like we got about 22, possibly 23 drivers getting set to race here tonight. A little bit bigger of a field than what we had last week. So fun to see how the pack has grown. And, you know, it could be the fact of that we're here at Nashville Fairgrounds. It's a course that drivers are trying to get more acclimated to. And it's going to be a fun one here tonight.
Going to be a fun time watching Robbie Keneally now from your neck of the woods in Corona, California. We'll see he can do in the number 1 machine, Robbie Keneally. Actually, my apologies. He's from Midvale, California, where the Midvale Speedway is, actually. So, yeah, here comes Parker Retzlaff, the land of the Cheeseheads, Rhinelander, Wisconsin. There's one of those drivers, Samuel, that you said we definitely better be watching.
Yeah, he was besting that of Momberket earlier during practice. We'll see if he can continue this on. Looking pretty quick for his first lap, but we're expecting it to get better moving forward, but looks like not able to do so. 4th on the board.
Amazing what Tyler Bannon has done with this series. We now set ourselves halfway through the year. Coming up tonight. And this is Travis Hoffler now in the number 20 machine, 1554. Right now, Dustin Momberket looks to be the man to bump. Folds, Polins, Retzlaff, and Keneally, your top 5. Hoffler across the line, 15,500. That's quicker. 15,493 is his best lap. And here comes Scott Finke in the 31.
Finke taking an odder route, getting into the course. Usually drivers go a little bit wider, but right now, just trying to warm up those tires the best that he can before really taking off here into turn 3 and 4.
Sending it now down the front straightaway. We'll see what his time will be for Scott Finke. That was on the clock now. This is his real lap. Still waiting to see what Campbell and Jones can put down. Here comes Scott Finke around to the straightaway. And 15,692, 15.691 now. They actually updated it. 15,691. He's got to pick it up. That's good enough for 18th for Scott Finke, actually 19th. And will he pick it up on lap 2? Got a better exit off the corner. And that's a better time, but still going to be somewhere around the top 20, and he puts it in the fence.
Not happy with that type of run, so just dumping it into the wall and waiting for other drivers and where they're going to go. But qualifying comes to a close. Eric Jones only able to get 1 lap in. He'll be in 20th position.
That'll wrap up qualifying here for the drivers of the American iRacing League for the CMO Legends. Again, Sneed competition bringing the production of this race here tonight. The first of 3 races getting ready to stage. We're ready for them. We're ready to go for the starting lineup. By the way, it is presented by Team 126 Racing. On the pole, Dustin Momberket. He'll be on the pole to the outside. Daniel Folds in the 09. Row 2, we'll find David Polins in 33. Parker Retzlaff in the number 1. Row 3, Robbie Cadilli in the 1. The 109 of James Folds. Row 4, Brandon Campbell in 52. Jake Perkins in the 59. Kyle Meyer in the 88. Jack Brown around out the top 10 in 26. Trevor Kraus in 21, Ian Martin in 98, Cody Moorcraft in 80, and the 76 of David Madamczyk in the top 7 rows. Row number 8 will find out Eric Sellers in 44, David Trumbley in the 96, Scott Finke, James Call in the 118, that's row number 9. Row 10, Travis Hoffler in the 20, Eric Jones in the 11, and the final row of row 11 will find Landon Pimpleton in 22, Luke Brown in the 5, and 1 car unable to qualify, Ryan Campbell. And that is your starting lineup for the drivers of the CMO Legends. Coming up here, presented by Team 126 Racing. The Team 126 Racing Super Late models will be on course soon. And Samuel, I think I knocked out the starting lineup a little too quickly than usual. But, hey, we're ready for these guys to make another pace lap around here. And then we'll get ready to turn them loose because they will come to 1 to go this time by because of the size of the track. And we're going to keep an eye to see if Dustin Momberket can pick up his 3rd Legends win in a row. Shades of what we've seen Parker Retzlaff do for a while in super late models and late model stock competition.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's better to be early than late, so it's okay that you cranked it out so quick. You're giddy. I'm giddy too for this racing action. It's going to be fun. 1/4 of a mile in length is this course, and the mini Nashville, it is going to be a fun one to watch in these Legends.
Fun time to watch the American iRacing League. Sit in, strap in, enjoy. Pace car is in. We're ready. 50 laps, legend cars on the small 1/4 mile at Nashville, and we are green.
Everyone keep...
Here they come, across the line. And we are got a big rack on the front straightaway. We got one up on his lid. So much for being 2 or 3 laps in green. That was Charles this time that jinxed that, Samuel. That was not mine. After the kick in the pavement, the Pulse Poppers instant replay, and we'll see what happened here coming down the front straightaway.
Going to be Brandon Campbell. It's going to be side-by-side battling hard with that of, I believe, Kyle Meyer. And they come out of 4. Just a little bit too much hard battling, getting contact here coming out of 4.
Number 17 up and over, flying through the air. Shades of what Joey Logano did in the Geico 500 at the end of stage 1 in turn 3 yesterday for the NASCAR Cup Series event won by Keselowski, his teammate. And we go under the yellow flag. Well, opening laps, everybody just kind of playing it easy right now. I thought we'd have a green flag run, but here we go with the yellow flags quickly in this race, Samuel.
Yeah, I mean, everyone was playing pretty nice for the first 2 laps, and then I think everyone started to notice, hey, we could be going green. I got to make my moves before everyone starts to get spread out, and just a little bit slight aggressive moves being made. But with these cars, it's so easy. Just one tap, and we saw it on that first caution, one tap, and a car is flipping instantly. But luckily, it's such a short course. We're getting ready for the 1 to go.
I don't know if you know this or not, but everybody better get ready because I dang sure am. Tonight, Bristol on dirt. The Northwest iRacing Cup Series on dirt at Bristol for the Cup boys. The trucks on Wednesday. It is going to be fun. Greg Rance, myself, and Charles Wooten will be joining us on special guest dirt commentary as the pace car comes in. That's 11:30 Eastern. 8:30 Pacific tonight on LSRTV and CRN Sports, and we are back, Samuel, to the green flag on the small Nashville Speedway.
Yeah, everyone's keeping it pretty neat and tidy. The 16 and the 2 continuing to just pull away from everyone else, still side by side for fourth on back.
Watching them as they work their way back into the corner again. Mombercat still being the man out in front. You got Parker Retzlaff right there behind him, and we got another caution flag. Yellow flag again. Trouble on the back straightaway off of turn 2. We'll get him reset here for another Pulse Poppers Fishing Lure instant replay. Doesn't that look bad right there? Samuel, what do you think of the graphic? One of the coolest instant replay graphics I've seen in iRacing.
Oh, it's absolutely one of the best out there in all of broadcasting. Gotta love the effort that the graphics team is putting in. And looking at this wreck, it looks like Eric Jones, he's once coming into turn 1 here, just gets a little bit too much in and gonna absolutely pound into the other drivers.
All coverage, aerial coverage presented by All American Pools. You've seen that from the top side there. From the blimp. See everybody get back into place. No harm, no foul. Looks like we'll reset. We'll go back to green here in just a moment. So caution out. We'll reset this again. Here's your weather conditions, by the way. Sunny and 76 degrees, just like it was today for real in North Carolina. Clear skies, wind speed at 2 miles an hour. But you know, Samuel, that track temperature is almost 50 degrees warmer than the ambient temperature. What's that going to be like for the Legends, as well as tonight for the late models and the Supers?
Yeah, I mean, for this temperature, it's hurting all the drivers. It is hot, slick. I mean, those tires are being burnt off, and if you're not conserving and being careful, you're going to be finding yourselves dropping back quickly. You might be fast early on pushing with the fresh tires that these drivers are going to be having, but it is like a treat, like a cheese grater, just tearing up these tires, and got to be careful moving forward.
Ready for the field to come back for the restart.
Eric
I believe
Jones.
Samuel, am I right? You're working the first 2 races with me. Am I correct?
It looks like it might just be the first race. Looks like we're trying to figure out if who else is going to be joining you later on tonight. But after the first race, I'm going to have to jump out of here and go to a different broadcast. But I'm excited to be watching these Legends. It's a fun. I love watching these little guys on the little tracks.
The Legend cars ready to back to speed out of turn 4. The birthday boy had a little bitch party yesterday, and he's feeling the effects of it today. Flag to the back straightaway. They rock and roll with Mombercat out in front. And other adult beverages. Oh, like a Forrest thing. I had too much Dr. Pepper. I got you. Congratulations. How do you feel? I gotta pay. Here we go off the corner. Parker Retzlaff to the lead. Mombercat trying to come back and return the favor. Robbie Keneally's there. Oh, man, I'll tell you, Samuel, he roughed him up there just a little bit to get it back. Yeah, Mombercat's not backing down.
Oh, and they're still bumping, but caution in the back.
Oh, saved by the Banana Republic flag. Caution, I think it's Travis Hoffler in the number 20. The yellow flag is out. Santa! Santa! Talk about Christmas in April. Oh, Hoffler in the wall there, and then he just simply lost it again, it looked like. I don't know. Was that maybe a premature caution thrown, maybe you think, Samuel?
Oh, no. Here it is. Getting bumped and spun around was the 20. A little bit of contact from others.
But it started where he hit the wall.
Yeah, I got him out of sorts and certainly was jumbling everyone in the back. And
yes. Maybe it
just wasn't good.
And maybe it wasn't Hoffler that got in the wall, but somebody else did. We were watching this great battle for the lead up front.
Eric Jones bouncing off the wall, it looked like. And the 11, he's coming off of an EOL off that last caution, so he was trying to make his charge forward. And the back half of this field, they have just been jumbled up side by side, everyone wanting to get going. And it has been a troubling time. That's what's been bringing out all of our cautions.
Dustin Momberket leads the way. Retzlaff was trying to get around him for the lead, but he thought better of it. Falls back to second. Robbie Keneally third. Lens is fourth. Jack Brown is in your top 5. Jake Perkins, Daniel Folds, James Folds, Ian Martin, and Trevor Kraus is right now your top 10. Still under the yellow flag after that accident involving Travis Hoffler in the 20.
Also, update for
Samuel, I don't think you don't get to call many legends right on iRacing, do you, bud?
No, I haven't really gotten to watch many at all. I think the last one I did was back when we were at Iowa for that race. But I really don't get to watch many of these, so it's always a joy to see how these guys whip it around. I think I've only done two.
Fun.
Yeah, I've only done 2 Legends races on iRacing, and they're always a blast to handle. They're a handful once you get the setup right and you really get going, but man, is it a blast.
Yeah, I was going to say they're really, really fun for sure. Ready to settle them up for the race here. Back straight away into turn number 3. We're ready for them to bring them back to green. Bombercat, Parker Retzlaff on the outside. Here we come, back to green. We'll do this again.
Retzlaff, he's going to bump him.
Speed.
Oh, he's still bumping him. Retzlaff, he is being extremely aggressive on the 16. It's made the pass, but here comes Bombercat again.
And for a crossover there for a second.
Yellow in the back. Eric Jones once again involved in this thing.
Looks like Jones and Hoffler have spun each other again off turn 4, as Samuel, my colleague, reiterated on, and we go back to another Pulse Poppers Fish and Lure instant replay. It's the holiday season virtually in Nashville, as our producer said, Samuel.
Yeah, a little bit of sparks flying, bringing out some color. And a little bit of smoke up front from drivers, but ooh, it started it all, and oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, wow. Well, at least Milton Barney 5 Jr. is doing his job. He quickly got out that yellow flag.
Yeah, I think that was the 96 that was involved in that one. That was hard contact, almost on flipping.
And by the way, that is not the Eric Jones that was in the Cup race that spun at the checkered flag for Talladega yesterday. That's E-R-I-K Jones. This is E-R-I-C Jones. Just wanted to clarify that.
I've noticed there are a lot of Eric Joneses in iRacing. Like, I've seen at least 4 of them. None of them are actually the real NASCAR Eric Jones, but certainly it's a joy to be around him. And people asking, it's like, hey, are you the real one?
Like the time I misconstrued and thought Jeff Gordon was in the broadcast. Oh my goodness.
That was a fun time for a week. We were all wondering, was Jeff Gordon really in our chat watching LSRTV?
All I saw was Jeff Gordon and saw the 24, and I thought it was. Sorry. Ready for the field. Well, by the way, we are after halfway. It's 28 of 50 laps, so.
This one's going a lot faster than last week. Last week, it felt like we were only able to go green for about 2 laps. We've been able to go at least 5 to 10 this time around.
Parker Retzlaff is the man out in front. He's trying to get back on the proverbial winner's circle for the Legend cars. Coming up next will be the LFOD late model stocks. They're going to go 60 laps. The Team 126 Racing Super Late Models will be the main event tonight for 75 laps. And you're checking out the CMO Legends cars here at Nashville. Samuel Dyer, I'm Wesley Outland. We're going to be on lap number 30 when they make their way back to the restart zone and come back to green. Pace car will come in. Here they are in the box out of turn 4. We're back to green at Nashville.
Yeah, 20 laps to go for these drivers, and Retzlaff, since making the aggressive move, he's now up front, and the question is, will he get payback? But quick caution to the back.
Another yellow flag again. Brandon Campbell and Scott Finke have got into it in another instant replay presented by Pulse Poppers Fish and Lures. You big into fishing, Samuel?
I used to when I was younger. I'm planning on getting back into it here in the next couple of years at some point, but currently no.
Yeah, I'm not a very, if I fish, I want to catch fish. I just don't want to throw a lure out there and just stand there and wait for somebody to bite. I want to be oh, wow, look at this. Talk about getting a bite. Scott Finke. Yeah, he had some help.
Got help from the 22, and it looks like the 22 is deciding to park it for the day.
Charles, somebody in the chat box is saying our mics keep dropping in and out. I don't know what that's about. I thought I'm pretty good. Okay. Turn up your volume or check your internet service. Parker Retzlaff is the man out in front, and believe me, I know about internet problems. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, I would probably take blame for that, but not anymore.
Yeah, what was it, about 3 weeks ago? Would have totally said
so
maybe.
Freaking mad. Yeah, some of my whole equipment out the window. It's going to retire.
That was an interesting time for us also in the booth. We had to guess when you were coming back in and out.
I ain't going nowhere now, Charles. Coming up, late model stocks. Right now, it's the Legend cars. We're on 34 completed of 50, 16, 15 laps to go. And yeah, listen to the vacuum. Get clean pace cars in. We're back to green. No, it's not. Pace car are still on the track. Sorry.
We're going this time. Just one lap, a little bit giddy.
Let's ride on board. Let's ride on board with this car. On board, inside the sedan pace car as he makes his way. Racetrack here. We'll watch him dip back onto pit lane. Oh, there you go. Nice Sunday or a Monday night. Here he comes out of harm's way. Here comes the Bumblebees. Listen, watch him roar past him. We're back to green. Wow. That's what they sound like 3 of them all at one time there, Samuel.
Man, the battle for the lead, though.
Sounds like a bunch of pissed off Chewbacca's. Look out, 3 wide. And there's contact, and he goes around. Trouble.
James Folds, he's going to be the one involved in that. Somehow, everyone else got away from being involved in that incident.
Okay, I will stop the Chewbacca comment. Diane Simeon says, yeah, it's your mic. It drops for me, too. I don't know.
Very odd, but we'll try to
maybe you got bad
out.
Internet, Diane.
Hey, customer service. The customer is always right.
That's right.
Unless they're not, and then you keep that internally.
Hey, we're under caution. We're going to take a quick break. Come back for the finish when we return from Nashville. The Legends on LSRTV, and for those that are watching on Sierra or listening on Sierra Sports.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
Welcome back. Under 10 laps to go. The Legends. Parker Retzlaff trying to get back off the schneid and go back victory lane for the CMO Legends division. Thank you to CMO Designs and Screen Printing. Ready to go back for the restart here in just a moment. Out in front. Oh, yeah. Got a good race going on. It's brewing. Got to wonder here, Samuel, as we get ready to go back to the restart zone in just a moment, if, Retzlaff is playing possum. Got to kind of waiting, lying in the weeds, ready to pounce and go again.
I mean, he's got to be a little bit worried. He bumped the 16 fully out of the lead, and now we're looking to be less than 10 laps to go. You got to be worried.
Back to green. Round 5, throwback week, by the way. A lot of throwback schemes on cars coming up next for the late models and the super late models. This is the wrap-up for the CMO Screen Printing Legends, part of our broadcast coverage of Round 5 at Nashville, presented by Sneed Competition Designs. While that goes on, the laps continue to tick away. Out in front with a big lead is again Parker Retzlaff. He's opened it up by about 2 or 3 car lengths and beginning to pull away from everybody. But right there comes back Mombercat on the outside, coming back to the inside as they go to 1.
Yeah, with 5 laps to go, if Bombercat can get close enough to the 2's bumper, he is going to shove him out of the way. I just got a feeling of that. But Retzlaff's doing a great job just pulling away and not giving an opportunity at all. It's really a wonder of if a caution's going to come out from the drivers, how they're racing behind.
Parker Retzlaff still out in front. He's in his own world right now. It's 4 laps to go this time by when they come back to the stripe. 3 remaining, and it's Retzlaff, Mombercat, Folds, Martin. They go back into the corner.
Still keeping it close. Bombercat's trying his best to come back and combat the 2, but just isn't getting close enough. The lead just pulling away, coming to 2 laps to go.
2 to go this time by. I got one bouncing off the wall for 3rd. That was Daniel Folds. Ian Martin trying to capitalize on that, coming up short. And he tries to get after him again to the back straightaway as they work their way to turn 3. CRN 1 to go. Parker Retzlaff, 1 lap remaining.
Just have to be smooth, continue what he's been doing, and he's got a big enough gap. Bombercat cannot get close enough.
Hitting his marks from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, back to victory lane in the CMO Screen Printing and Designs Legends here at Nashville. It is Dustin Mombercat having to settle for 2nd after 2 weeks in a row. Parker Retzlaff wins. Mombercat, Daniel Folds, and the rest of the Legends coming across the line in what was a fairly clean Legends car race at Nashville.
Yeah, for all the drivers that were up front, extremely clean for everyone. It was the drivers in the back just getting aggressive and understanding they had to make their moves early on and just weren't able to do so. But Parker Retzlaff, it took a bumper. We talked about how with it being flat, you had to use your bumper if you wanted to make a move, and he made that move perfectly.
Made it work, and the man is back in Legends Victory Lane for the CMO Screen Printing and Design Legend Cars, part of the American iRacing League Monday Night Series. We're going to take a look now at the unofficial results here, presented by Sawblade.com. And look at it here. Parker Retzlaff is your winner. Dustin Mombercat 2nd. Folds 3rd. Ian Martin is 4th. Robbie Keneally is 5th. Perkins, Brown, Polins, Meyer, Adamczyk will round out the top 10.
And Moorcroft, as well as Eric Jones, who had a lot of issues tonight, but able to finish in 12th place. Finkel, as well as Hoffler, as well as Foltz, Seller, Kraus, Call, and then Trumbull, he's going to be finishing in 19th.
Brandon Campbell rounds out the top 20, and the rest of the rundown will with Landon Pimbleton, Luke Browns, and Ryan Campbell did not get any laps in. They did not start the race. Then they might now. Race is done for the Legends here at Nashville. We are going to grab them real quickly when we return, and we will also get ready the late model stocks, the LFOD Motorsports late model stocks coming up for race number 2. Samuel Dyer, I'll give you your final closing to jump on out of here, but man, what do you think of the Legends race here tonight at Nashville?
It was a blast. It was fun watching the drivers having to get aggressive, use their bumpers, and I cannot wait to rewatch how the late models and super late models are going to be racing on the bigger course here at Nashville. It's going to be a fun one.
Samuel Dyer, as always, appreciate working with him. Now we move to the big 5/8 mile, and when we return, we will talk to the Legends car winner, Parker Retzlaff, and more on LSRTV and CRN Sports, our coverage of Monday night in the American iRacing League from Nashville.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do actually any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we'll do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold, to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customers. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing, and if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink color. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, T-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Welcome back to coverage of the American iRacing League from the virtual fairgrounds of Nashville. I'm Wesley Outland. Samuel Dyer has stepped away. I will now be joined in a few moments from Carlos Acosta from 3Wide TV. He'll be joining me for the rest of the way. Coming up soon will be the LFOD Motorsports late model stocks. And first, we got to wrap up the Legends business, and victory lane we go. We will talk with Parker Retzlaff in just a moment, but Dustin Monberquette second. Dustin, you were trying to go for 3 Legend wins in a row. You got to settle for second, and it's right back to battle between you and Parker again.
Yeah, I feel like the whole season's pretty much been between me and Parker at the end for the wins, which is definitely a good thing. It puts on a good show. I have a lot of respect for Parker. I really raced him hard for that one. I wanted it, and I know I struggle here. I'm not the best, but tried to get everything I could.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely was content in trying to race and battle and do the things that you needed to do, and just have to settle for second spot. But there were a couple of times that me and Samuel were calling it where you could have got to him, you could have moved him out of the way, but you guys respected each other on the track tonight, and that showed, like you said.
Yeah, one time I got in line behind him in front of Robbie, and I didn't get any contact, but I saw his car go sideways, and I really didn't mean to do that, so I wasn't planning on making any more intentional contact. I was just trying to make him overdrive the corner and maybe just miss it a little bit with this track being so line sensitive.
All right, buddy, got anybody you want to thank sponsor-wise? We'll let you get to work on the late model car now.
Yeah, I got to thank Shaw Motorsports in real life. I got to thank Ryan Matthews for letting me borrow his Legend car paint scheme for this one. LeDuc Matthews Racing, everyone over there, Devin Morgan. I just can't thank all of them enough.
I mean, it kind of is throwback. So is that kind of like a throwback car? Have you always wanted to drive Matthews' car, or what?
Yeah, I've watched Matthews for a long time, far before I was even a part of LeDuc Matthews Racing with him and everyone over there. So it's actually kind of cool to get to drive something, even though it's just virtual, that you've seen race in real life.
All right, buddy, you're the man. Runner-up spot for Dustin Monberquette in that number 51, not the 16. Normally he's in the 16. Anyhow, 42. Parker Retzlaff, he got it done. Winner again in the Legends at Nashville. Parker, congratulations to you, man. Finally, after a couple of weeks being a runner-up, you get back to Legends Victory Lane. Could we see you pull out the virtual broomstick and sweep Nashville again?
Yeah, I don't know. I struggled for the last couple weeks. I just couldn't qualify, and I felt like that was what was making me lose some races and not contend as much as I wanted to. I don't know. I couldn't get my stuff together in qualifying for the last 2 weeks, and then I once again kind of messed up in qualifying tonight, but I rebounded really nicely in the race, and me and Marquette raced really hard for the win.
Well, man, I'll tell you what, it looks like everything went good for you. He had a couple of shots to come after you, but he backed off and let you have the win there. And, I mean, you had to fight for it because green caution, green caution, green caution. It wasn't a caution field race like past Legends events here that we've seen on the American iRacing League. But it did have its share of racing moments, and you had to be defensive and hold them off.
Yeah, it was restarts were the biggest thing for... I don't know, I felt like that's where I kind of got him, was on the restarts, and just the turn one, like, I felt like the outside guy kind of had an advantage, and I just had, if you got off 2 and got the lead, then it was kind of back to normal racing, but I feel like second place could really get a good jump on the outside and cross over down the backstretch.
All right, man, we got it. You want to thank sponsor-wise, and what's your throwback going to be for those supers and late models coming up?
I don't have anything for the throwback stuff. I've kind of raced the same car the whole time, and I just really didn't have anything that I wanted to do. But I have to thank Ponzi, Ecotrex, Iron Horse Loggers, Logwood for Kids, and my parents for all they do for my racing.
All right, buddy. That's Parker Retzlaff. He'll be ready to reset for the LFOD Motorsports Late Model Stocks. It's coming up next. Well, your win and. All right, we're getting ready for that to go down here in just a few moments, and that is the late model stocks. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, Carlos Acosta from producing from 3 Wide TV into the fold, and we will get ready to go late model stock racing from Nashville. It's coverage of the American iRacing League tonight for round 5, presented by Sneed Competition Designs, and of course all the great sponsors that make it happen. Coming up, LFOD, Late Model Stocks, LSRTV, and Sierra Sports. Stay with us.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
to coverage of the American iRacing League, round number 5, presented by Sneed Competition Designs. It is coverage on LSRTV, Sierra and Sun, Wesley Outland, and now joined alongside from 3 Wide TV, Carlos Acosta. And Carlos, getting ready now for the LFOD late model stocks. We move from the small track that obviously you observed in the background while me and Samuel were on the call. Now we go to the big 5/8 mile speedway. Have you ever called a race at Nashville before, my friend? Welcome aboard.
Hi, I'm glad to be here. No, I've never called a race at Nashville, but I have produced one. But that being said, I've only done one. And it was with the Cup cars, so not the same, obviously. Glad to be here. Glad to make a small guest appearance here at LSRTV. Hope I can help you guys out.
Yeah, Carlos is going to be one of our weekend producers, helping out with what is now grown and become so big, the Northwest ARCA Series on Friday night. And I believe he's also helping out with some more weekend events whenever Greg, myself, and Charles, the regular producer, is not available for real racing obligations. As we see a car crashing down the back straightaway, that's Ian Martin in the 98 machine. It is also throwback night, so we're also going to see kind of a throwback of some colors of yesteryear race cars from back in the day. I just saw one that reminds me of the old Bailey's car, the Bailey Cigarettes car for late model racing back in the day when you saw Jamie Cuttle or Brandon Butler or Matt McCall all driving those cars. So yeah, there you go. Just some of the cool things, Carlos, we're going to see here tonight at Nashville.
Yeah, I was seeing that number 55 of Jeremy Little as you were talking about him, but I'm not too familiar with a bunch of these schemes. Of course, you know, my experiences with racing hasn't really been. I'm not too old, so I don't really understand most of these throwbacks, but I do appreciate them, and I love the beauty from what I see. A lot of these paint schemes, especially the 32, it's nice and simple. I saw him in the first race with the Legends. So beautiful, just red with a white circle. Almost looks like a runner's emblem. But I love it, and I'm glad that one of my first broadcasts here could be with so many beautiful paint schemes.
Yeah, beautiful paint schemes indeed. Let's take a look at the race information 411 for this event. For the LFOD late model stocks, it's going to be coming up on the bottom left of your monitor. 30-minute practice is ending right now. You see Hilton Barney 5 Junior on the flag stand waving the checker. 2-lap qualifying is about to get underway, and then Carlos, they're about to hit the track for 60 laps here at Nashville on the 5/8 mile.
Gonna go by pretty quick, let me tell you that. I believe it was almost the same distance, of course, albeit a much shorter track in race number 1, but here in race number 2 they're utilizing the full track, and either way I believe the speeds should be about the same, shouldn't they?
I think these cars will be a little bit faster. The super late models will be really faster, probably about 2 or 3 seconds quicker than what the late model stocks are. As right now, Brandon Roberts in the Quincy's Steakhouse Restaurants, number 82. Do you remember Quincy's back in the day? I surely do. Quincy's.
Yeah, I'm not that old. How old do you think I am?
I guess I'm unveiling how old I am. Damn it. The Brandon Roberts on the track now, the 82 machine. There goes Ryan Polins now. He'll jump up to the top spot now as we watch the Quincy's 82 of Brandon Roberts hit the back straightaway into turn 3. And this track is banked. It is high banked. Bank coming off the straightaways. You notice it. You just see the banking as you come off the corners down the straightaways, and as he hits back up into 1 and 2 again, you can just see how banked this track is. As now we see what Cody Moorcroft can do in the 80 car, Carlos.
Yeah, going into, I believe, number 3 and 4, and that's something I can tell right off the bat. Not too many short tracks have this much banking, and it really does change the way you attack the racetrack. I have driven here one time in iRacing, so my memory is not too well. My experiences don't run too deep. But it does affect how hard you can push it into the corner and just how hard you can exit out the corner. Of course, with these cars, you can pedal to the metal a bit more easier than compared to the super late models that we're going to be seeing in race number 3.
Chevrolet Cody Moorcroft right now, 19,739. If he can pick it up here on his second lap. Chevrolet off turn number 4, coming back down to the straightaway. 19,856, and so he's slower on his second lap, so 19,739 will be his best lap time for Cody Moorcroft. Right now, there is close to about 20 or so of these cars, and here comes the man out of Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Retzlaff. And Carlos, you heard him say it during his interview in the Legends, no wrap job, no throwback colors. This is the same colors that he drives on the ARCA Menard Series East Series.
Wow, that's amazing. In the chat, we also have Roberto82 saying, I'm running the Alan Kowicki Quincy's throwback. One of the greats who left us far too soon.
Yep,
of course, this was way before my time.
And that's what I was talking about. I was talking about the Quincy's car, Brandon Roberts, the throwback. You're exactly right. Yep.
Yeah, but do you see the number 41 now of Mario Ercolani, who is still on pit road, hasn't left yet. Maybe he's waiting for the track conditions to be just right.
It's Mario Ercolani. We'll see what he can do. Here comes David Trumbley in that 96 car, man. Sharp looking car, right? Nice colors, neon
that green just pops out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It just pops out of your, and like almost blinds your eyes, but it catches your attention, and it's going to be easier for spotters to be able to see where you are at all times.
By the way, I was about to say, thank goodness I'm wearing my glasses. David Trumbley on the sway. We'll see what this Chevrolet can do as he works his way off turn 4 up the straightaway. 20.082. Trumbley, my goodness, bud, you got to pick it up.
I was watching the, I believe, driver who's in 7th of David Pollins. He did not.
Pollins.
Yeah, Pollins. I do apologize. He did not get the fastest lap time, but his second half of the track was blazing fast. He's got one of the fastest second sector lap times that I've been seeing so far.
All right, driving another Stacey Matthews throwback, the 51. It's Dustin Mombercat. I know Time and Scoring has him in the 16, but he's in the 51 colors for Stacey Matthews. There's the Pembleton colors. Stacey Matthews, by the way, is a real Legends late model competitor. Dustin Mombercat, we'll see what he can do. On the clock, working 3 and 4. Coming down to the start-finish line. And first lap will be 8th best, 19,655, and I think that's what he'll do. He will not go another lap. David Trumbley has already took time. I think he is just making some extra laps. Qualifying is in the books of 21 cars, and we will get ready to give you the Team 126 Racing starting lineup for the LFOD Motorsports late model stocks here for round 5. The Nashville Throwback Weekend presented by Snead Competition Designs on the pole. Red Slap trying to pick up after the Legends win earlier. He'll be to the outside, but our buddy out of Canada, Trayton Lapsevich in 32. Row number 2 will find Jake Perkins in 59, Kyle Meyer in the 88. Row number 3, Robbie Keneally in the number 1, as well as Daniel Folds in the 09. David Pollins in the number 33. Dustin Mombercat will start in 8th, starting in 9th. Row 5, Cody Moorcroft in the 80. And Carlos Ian Martin will start 10th in car number 98.
Yeah, in 11th place, we're going to have David Adams. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. With
Adamczak. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Adamczak in 11th with Ryan Pullins in 12th. Eric Jones, not that Eric Jones, is going to be starting off in 13th with Brandon Roberts in 14th. Jeremy Little in 15th with Eric Sellers rounding out that outside line in 16th. Josh Holmes will be starting the race in 17th with Mario Ercolani, which looks like he did post a qualifying lap while we were not watching. 19th is going to be Scott Fink. And David Trumbley in 20th. And last but not least, I believe, is going to be Ryan Campbell.
There's your starting lineup. And again, they're getting ready to go 60 laps of racing. Well, I tell you, we're dead on it. Pace car ain't even moved yet. We've already got the starting lineup introduced.
That's
Look at those
2 for
cars
2 already.
Yeah, I got the Tim Horton Homes. Tim Horton, I'm sorry, that's not Tim Horton Homes. That is the Tim Horton Restaurants or Coffee. That is like the Starbucks of the North. Every time I travel up north, I have to get some of that Tim Hortons.
I believe now it's that same coffee formula is what McDonald's is, not?
Hell if I know.
I remember there was some controversy a couple years ago. But yeah, I know the original recipe is not the same as it used to be, but I always hear great things about Tim Hortons. And if I ever go north, that's something I'm going to definitely try out my first day.
Ready for the field to roll onto the racetrack. They will probably get one more preliminary lap before we do take green, because this is still labeled as a short track. 5/8 of a mile, 18 degrees of banking into the corners. And then you've got around 10 degrees of banking on the straightaways here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the home of the All-American 400. That's always one of those big prestigious crown jewel events. Matter of fact, this past year, the All-American 400, though practicing social distancing, was not a true 400-lap race like past super late model races of history. It was a 300-lap race won by Casey Roderick. And in addition to that, they had a 100-lap pro late model race. That was won by Stephen Nassy. So, they hopefully in years to come, we will go back to a true 400-lap format again. Ready for the field to come down to the pit lane. Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland here with you. Ready for the green flag from Barney. We're underway. We're kicking the asphalt from Nashville in the virtual Music City. The late model stocks are green. Here they come.
Oh, right in the back.
Trouble, turn 4. Carlos Goodeye. Yellow flag off the fourth turn.
There. The number 3 machine there on screen, number red. Not quite sure what happened. I think he may have gotten turned. We got a replay coming up.
Colts Poppers, instant replay. Watch the red number 3, Ryan Polens, in our first caution of the race here at Nashville. Well, let's see here. You know, Carlos, he's right there within the pack of everybody. And then you see a little contact in front of him, and I'm wondering if that made everybody get on the binders and he had to check up. And that's exactly what's happening. No, he lost it on his own. Oh, wow, he just simply lost it on his own coming out of turn 4.
Oh, my goodness. Who was that white and yellow car there?
There's that Bailey Cigarettes car I was telling you about, Jeremy Little.
From Peacemakers Technologies. Smacked the wall there. Heavy.
Oh, wow.
Actually, he's got right and left side damage.
Yeah, that's Brandon Roberts.
Yeah.
That's the Quincy's car, the Alan Kowicki throwback.
What a shame. Yeah, we saw there with the number 3 of Ryan Polens, it looks like he gave it too much beans there when he hit the brakes and just whipped it around. And then it seemed like, I'm not sure if it was because the car didn't get acceleration, just didn't rotate, or whatever the case was, but it seems like Brandon ended up going high up into the outside wall, and he may have gotten some left side damage because he got sideways. I'm not sure if there was something else, but he's got left and right side damage.
Parker Retzlaff, Drayton Lapsevich, Jake Perkins, Robbie Keneally, Kyle Meyer, your top 5. As we go under the caution flag here at Nashville. Opening laps was a pretty good, clean stint until they came off that turn 4 and saw a couple of cars. Brandon Roberts get damaged. He still now is still in the top 15. We also keep an eye on the number 3 of Ryan Polens, the red number 3 car. I'm loving these throwback colors. I'm loving these different designs on these cars. Loving them.
The real beauty indeed.
The lights are off on the pace car. Carlos, we're getting ready to double them up and get ready to come back for the restart, my friend. We're 5 laps in of 60.
It's exciting for sure. We had an amazingly loud performance there those first 2 laps, but now pace car's off and the 42's on the grass.
Boy, Lapsevich ought to hit the gas a little too soon. He backed her down and let Retzlaff go. Then Retzlaff checked up and lets Lapsevich go, and they're going to let this restart stand. And I'm not hearing any calls on a penalty yet. I guess no harm, no foul, Carlos, because Trayton did let Parker get back to top spot.
Yeah, that's what we saw right there. It looks like officials may be perfectly okay with it, or at the very least, they're not going to be calling anything out here.
Don't forget tonight, the NASCAR Dirt Bristol. They've had their share at it. I had the privilege to call one of them. And now the Northwest iRacing Cup Series for the first time on Bristol Dirt. Greg Rentz, Charles Wooten, and myself will be on the broadcast call tonight, 11:30 Eastern Time. He's our dirt analyst.
Oh, the 32 is going to go over. What a save. Oh, my goodness. Contact between the 59 and 32. Fantastic job by that 32 to not turn around in front of traffic there.
Yeah, that wasn't Lapsevich, bud. That was somewhere between Kyle Meyer and Dustin Mombercat. Yeah, Robbie Keneally in the one on scoring, but he's actually in that red car.
Oh, yes, I see what the problem is. I do apologize. Yeah, he's got the number 32, but he's actually the one.
76. Trayton Lapsevich is the Tim... Excuse me. Trayton Lapsevich is the Tim Horton 76 car. You got some of these cars are not matching their numbers because they're doing throwbacks. And then sometimes they just don't follow the rules.
Well, that's something that I have to learn the hard way, to making sure that I have to do some quick maths here in my head and convert the 76 to 32 and the 32 to a 1.
It's all good. Parker Retzlaff is out in front. Tim Horton's machine of Trayton Lapsevich, that at 32. Normally, he's in a 30-76 for the throwback. He is in second. Jake Perkins third. Robbie Keneally in that 72 is fourth. Kyle Meyer fifth in the 88 machine. And there you see from the fan cam, down the back straightaway they roar. The late model stocks. And if you thought these are cool, the LFOD stocks coming up next, Carlos. Super late models, the Team 126 Racing super late models, all part of our coverage of Round 5 Throwback Weekend at Nashville, presented by Sneed Competition Designs on LSRTV. And for those that are listening at CRN Sports at wearecrn.com.
Yeah, as you can see, some of these drivers battling side by side as one of those drivers gets loose. I'm not sure who that was. That's the number 88 on screen. Kyle Meyer got loose exiting 4. Lost one position to the number 51, or actually, the number 16 of Dustin Mombercat. And he's losing another position to the 33 of David Pollins. One thing I did want to note is that damage that the number 3 of Ryan Pollins suffered is really, really bad. And he's pretty much a quarter of a lap behind the rest of the pack. So he's really struggling out there.
Yeah, Ryan Pollins trying to do everything he can to stay on the lead lap, if you will, but you can see there's a lot of damage significantly on those cars. He cannot do a fast repair like some of our series do, and you can see that it is affecting him greatly as he is in the back, and the leaders are literally reeling him down. He comes down the front straightaway, and the leader, stay on that camera, is right there in turn 3. See where he's reeling him in, right there. That's the interval. Retzlaff is about to get some company. Trayton Lapsevich hanging in there in that Tim Hortons car. He's in the second spot. Everyone comfortably in position as we are about to approach halfway here in a couple of more laps.
In about 10 more laps, we're going to be going down into the halfway point, and if these guys keep on going at it green, it's going to be a very, very short race, but that battle for the lead will be very interesting. It does look like Trayton is slowly reeling in Parker, but it's not really too much of a drastic change. And of course, if they start battling, that can always bring in third place driver Jake Perkins as well. So interesting battle for sure. Any of these drivers in the top 5, well, I would say in the top 10, if these leaders start battling and start getting side by side, you know how short track racing is. That's going to start slowing down the whole field.
20 laps in, 40 to go. We are about 1/3 of the distance through for the drivers of the LFOD Motorsports late model stocks, LSRTV, CRN Sports, and single file for Parker Retzlaff right now. He's Next man to run down will be the Polin's machine that Carlos, my colleague, reiterated on, that red number 3. But look at that power, number 42, rocking and rolling from Rhinelander, Wisconsin. And you see him reeling him in like bait on a hook, a pulse popper fishing lure hook, as we continue with this race coming to halfway. About another 7 laps or so, and you see Polin's slowly but surely about to go a lap down here in a few moments, and he's actually coming on the pit lane, and he gets out of harm's way and lets them have at it, boys.
Now, something I do want to point out is, with the exception of the last lap, the last 4 laps, Lasevich has been faster, albeit by less than a tenth, but he's been faster than Retzlaff. Let's see, lap 20, he was a hundredth of a second faster. Lap 21, he was 500ths of a second faster, and then lap 22, he was 35 of a second faster. These last 2 laps, though, lap 23 and 24, the leader has just been starting to slowly pull away. So we don't know if maybe Parker's been trying to save fuel, as we have a caution. Cody Moorcroft.
Number 80, Cody Moorcroft with problems, and the caution is out. He's already on the pit lane. Pulse Poppers instant replay, and we'll find out what happened.
Yeah, I'm trying
you seeing, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm trying to see it. We're seeing them. We're seeing the number 88 battle alongside the Dogecoin machine.
David. Yeah, he's under David Adamczyk. And he got in there inside. It's a little bit of Adamczyk, and he hit the wall and bounced off the wall again.
Yeah, that's enough to unbalance the car. Enough to unbalance the car. Quick thinking by Cody to essentially take a reset and go down pit road to not run into the back of or possibly ruin somebody else's day.
26 laps in. Take a look at your saw blade. Top 5 on the upper left. There they are. Retzlaff, Lapsevich, Perkins, Keneally, Bombercat, Throwback Weekend Nashville for the late model stocks. Back with more in a moment.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Laps are completed, 32 laps to go. Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland here with you. Welcome back to coverage. The American iRacing League Throwback Weekend here at Nashville. It's presented by Sneed Competition Designs. You literally just saw their commercial.
Good commercial.
Yeah.
You know, it's I'll rate that a 10 out of 10. That's one I would not skip if it came across my Facebook feed.
So we will get ready.
Yeah, we got a restart with 30 laps to go. Essentially, that's going to be the halfway point. Yeah, exactly. So these drivers, you kind of got to settle in. Well, sorry, they've settled in. Now you got to go. You got 30 lap heat for you to essentially get yourself to where you want to be to win this race. And the question is, Parker, we've seen him lead pretty much this whole race. Does he have what it takes to hold on now?
We'll see. Here they come. Back for green. On the restart, Retzlaff, you got Trayton Lapsevich right there within a cat's whisker. And one wrong slip, and they're going to capitalize on it.
The
Look
11
at more
goes
contact.
around.
We got a wreck. We've got trouble.
Eric
The 11.
Sellers, Scott Fink. I'm seeing a bunch of names over here. Eric Jones involved.
Yeah, big wreck. Eric Jones, Scott Finke, Eric Sellers, and a Pulse Popper instant replay, and we will show you where it all broke loose just after halfway and another big calamity off turn 2.
Taking a look at seeing what you guys are all seeing out there. It's one of those things that happens, cautions breed caution. They go, green flag is out. They go into corner number 1, and I think there was some slight contact with the 16. 11 tried to save it, and unfortunately there was another car on the outside line, and oh my goodness. That's congestion. That's what happens when you don't take care of your body. Sorry for my laughter. I was just thinking of a funny joke. But yeah, Wesley, what did you think of that incident there? It's definitely not fun for some of these drivers, including the 11, including Jones. These drivers that are pretty much have their car essentially damaged now.
Yeah, I mean, if you get your car tore up, it's going to put you in a very bad predicament. So the most important thing is to keep out of trouble. See the attrition filling up on the pit lane. So
we saw Eric Jones, Eric Sellers going down pit lane. I believe both of those drivers were able to manually drive their cars there. Scott Finch has not gone down pit road, but this is also kind of good news for the number 3 of Ryan Polans. He's able to settle in, maybe get some more repairs onto his damaged vehicle and maybe not lose more time. I'm not sure if he will be getting a free pass. I'm not sure if I don't believe that is a thing in this series.
No.
Yes, so no, he has to earn it back the hard way. But with those repairs, he should be able to get in a position where he's not going to be having to drop down to pit road and lose more laps to let the leaders go by.
And not stress this enough tonight. Going to be a fun time. If you've never seen a dirt race on LSRTV, you've got to check out this one tonight, or at least this week. The Cup cars tonight. The Bristol Esports Dirt Race, and then on Wednesday, the trucks will be in action. The Northwest sanctioned iRacing Cup and Truck Series. Tonight, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 LSRTV time, 8:30 Pacific.
I did some racing in Bristol Dirt when it was that race week time, and that is something to see. That it's a blast. It's difficult. It's not like driving a regular dirt car at all.
We'll see what it'll be like. Field will get ready to come back to the restart zone next time by. Lights are off on the pace car. Let's ride on board with the pace car driver again, shall we? As he has the field at tow behind him. He's got the field behind him.
Being told that it's restrictive for him. We're not allowed to see that. They got some trade secrets there.
Oh. Unable to. The Ponzi.
Somebody didn't pay the network fees, and
number 42.
Leaders are back.
Ready for the green flag. For those that are watching, supposedly our producer has now superglued his fingers again for the second time working a broadcast with me on the air. This time it was
42
dreadlock.
is nice and beautifully cleared
Dreadlock.
from the number 76 in second place. Pardon me, the number 32 on iRacing, but the number 76 in your eyes and in your hearts.
What? What did you just say? What is it? I'm lost. What did you
He's the number 32 in iRacing, so he's going to show up as a number 32, but in your eyes and in your hearts, he's a number 76.
Because it's throwback night. Yes.
Because it's throwback night.
It's throwback night. Throwback night.
And then after this race, he will no longer be in your hearts.
And Dustin Mombercat, you see him in the 16 on timing and scoring, but he's actually in the 51 for Stacey Matthews. He battles up the racetrack with David Polins and that 33 machine. Hey, Charles, our producer, let's show everybody the 55 of Jeremy Little. He just moved into the 13th position. I want everybody to get a look at this car real quickly. You want to talk about going back to my throwback days of being an announcer for 25 years? I remember when Brandon Butler, Jamie Cottle, Matt McCall, many drivers were sponsored, Carlos, by Bailey Cigarettes, which is no longer around anymore. But they were very big in the motorsports industry. And if you were one of the top tier, Jason York, I think of Jason York, he had the car. If you were one of the top tier drivers in the late model region, they would sponsor you. They would tell you, we'll give you the money, we'll help you for your season, and we will wrap your car, but you have to have it that design. Those cars used to be all over the place, Carlos, back in the Southeast in late model stock racing in the 90s, late 90s and early 2000s.
Wow, what an amazing history. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe that even if the company was around now, I don't believe they would be allowed to sponsor any more vehicles. But it's amazing to see, a company care so much about local racing, whether it's dirt or, the number 082 has gone around, I believe.
82 around, by the way, and again, this was back during the day, Brandon Roberts possibly around the Quincy's car. Keeps on going. No harm, no foul. And by the way, Carlos, this was back in the day of when NASCAR had Winston Cup, okay? It was Winston Cup.
Yeah, I understand
Winston
that. Yeah.
Racing Series. And like you said, back in that heyday, you had alcohol and tobacco sponsorships in racing, and then it kind of went away for a while, but then it's come back here the last couple of years. So, but yes, 15 laps to go. And Parker Retzlaff is the man leading the way. There is Matthew's car driven by Dustin Mombercat. And there goes the pack of wolves running down Retzlaff as he is trying to go 2 in a row. He won the Legends. He's now trying to win the late model stocks here at Nashville.
Yeah, and the number 42 of Parker, these last 5 laps, only 1 lap was Drayton actually faster than Parker, and that was actually 2 laps ago in lap 45. Other than that, he's been slowly pulling away from your second place driver. So if there's going to be a battle, then Trenton is going to need to really push it and catch up and be there to start battling, I would say, with less than 5 to go.
Gonna have to go. Gonna have to send it. Better make your move now.
Field is spreading out heavily right now. We're actually not seeing too many battles out on track. That being said, there's a couple clusters of drivers who could start battling any moment now, especially a battle for third place. It's just a 3-car train, but any of these moments, one of these drivers start going side by side, then like the 88 and 33 are, then that's going to start checking up and going to be bringing more drivers to battle around all these guys as we're getting ready to cross into 10 laps to go next time by.
10 laps to go. Parker Retzlaff, 10 more laps to hold him off. He's got Trayton Lapcevich behind him, Robbie Keneally, Jake Perkins, Mombercat top 5 in the LFOD Motorsports late model stocks. Part of our coverage of the American iRacing League Throwback Weekend here at Nashville, presented by Sneed Competition Designs. Coming up next, the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models dock on another 15 laps. And it'll be a 75-lap feature for those drivers to close out our 3 races every Monday night. We're halfway through the season of the American iRacing League, LSRTV, and Sierra Sports. And right now, Carlos, we watch now this driver here, Robbie Keneally. He's in third. He's in that red 32, trying to run down the guy that drives a normal blue and white 32 of Trayton Lapcevich, but he's running out of time, and we've got less than 7 laps to go, this time by at the line.
Yeah, it's the battle of the 32s, the real one and the fake one. It's up to you to find out who's going to be the real winner. That being said, we saw the number 42 battling some lap traffic a couple laps ago, and since when that was happening, Trenton was actually gaining on him. But now that there's nobody in front of the 42 right now, the next driver is the number 82 of Brandon Roberts, and he's just about a half a straightaway ahead of him. So with 5 laps to go, well, coming up soon, 5 laps to go, that 42 has nothing up ahead of him to disrupt him, disturb him. No trap traffic whatsoever.
Lap traffic whatsoever. The midst of them as they work their way back off of turn number 4 as Lapcevich trying everything he can. 5 laps to go. Trying again into turn 1. Lapsevich trying to reel in on the Ponzi Motorsports entry number 42 of Parker Retzlaff. He is still hitting his marks. No one can catch him. He is trying to sweep Nashville. He won the Legends over Momberket. Momberket is back in 5th, up 3 positions where he started in 8th. And the laps continue to tick away. 3 to go this time by when they come to the line, Carlos.
These last 3 laps, Trenton has actually been faster, averaging about 3.5 thousandths of a second. We're going to see what the difference is going to be this time by. Still faster than Parker, but it's just not. I don't think it's good enough. Parker ran a 20.341, and Trenton ran a 20.35. Not 8. I'm trying to do some quick maths here. But it looks like even though the speed belongs to number 32 right now, I think Parker may be able to hold on to the win with 2 laps to go.
Staying out in front, hitting his marks and staying out of trouble. Parker Retzlaff down the back straightaway. 1.5 laps to go. Lapsevich starting to pile on the momentum train. He's trying to reel him in. They'll come out of turn 4 to the line. The CRN 1 to go. Final time around, back to turn 1. Here comes Lapsevich. He's got a door opener to the inside. He will pull to the inside out of 2. Retzlaff slipped. Lapsevich to the bottom. Parker Retzlaff in trouble. Something amiss on the 42 car. While that goes on, Trayton Lapsevich is going to steal one here at Nashville. Or will he be? They're wrecking at the finish line.
No,
Robbie Keneally will win.
What happened?
Holy cow.
Number 42, I thought he got loose or something, but it turns out he may have had a power issue.
I don't know what happened.
Ran out of fuel? With the pulse popper, white flag replay here we got going on. I'm not sure what happened. I think the 42, I thought he got loose, but he had an issue. He checked up and just kept on dropping back pace. And then we're going to be taking a look at that battle between the 32 and the 1, the battle of the 32s and the 76. But yeah, it's blown my mind. Here we're going to go into 3 and 4.
I'm lost here. Did something happen to Parker Retzlaff? What in the world? They come to the line. This is the white flag.
This is the white flag lap right now.
And it looked like, did he lose power? Did he run out of fuel?
Was fuel a factor in this race? I wouldn't think so.
Wouldn't think it would be.
Maybe because I don't see how the 76 would have lost the lead.
And then what happened to Lapsevich?
I think maybe fuel was a factor. They didn't have enough gas, says Cody Fisher. What a shame.
Did they run out of fuel?
They ran out of fuel. Can we go on board and listen into the engines? Okay, here we go. We're listening into the engines. Now, this is when the producer's going to have to yell at my ear. What's going on?
I think they ran out of fuel.
Yeah, that's what we're being told. Half the fuel ran out.
Hang on. Listen, this is your leader. His engine cut off. He ran out of fuel. Look at the gauge. Look.
Yeah, he was clutching it. He knew he was going to run out of fuel. This is coming to the white flag?
It's the white flag. Listen.
Yeah, it's sputtering right there. And it's gone. It's dead.
And it's gone. He ran out of fuel. Oh, my God. Wow. He ran out of fuel. And then this is on board with the winner, Lapsevich, or we thought was going to be Lapsevich.
Yeah, second place finisher.
And then he ran out of fuel. Look, right here. Literally, completely got him at the line.
Block. Oh, wow. And his engine blew up at the end. Oh, that's a couple $100,000 out the window.
Half the field ran out of fuel is what they are saying.
Now, I wonder if they're going to honor the results, or they're going to go back one lap and call it a race there.
I mean, the race is the race. I would say Robbie Keneally would be the winner.
I would agree with you as well. What a twist. I had no idea that when you guys asked me to come in here and just monitor you guys and see, how you guys do your thing, that I would be dragged into one fantastic broadcast.
What a crazy finish.
Honor.
Let's take a look at the Saw Blade unofficial results. Again, this is unofficial right now, as the American iRacing League officials are determining what their outcome of the race would be. In my opinion, hey, you should have filled up your tank. You run out of fuel, you run out of fuel. Somebody did not calculate properly, and when it's said and done, Robbie Keneally from Midvale, California will get the win. Trayton Lapsevich unofficially 57 thousandths of a second will lose and finish in second. Dustin Mombercat third, 57 hundredths of a second. You're exactly right. Kyle Meyer in fourth. David Polin's fifth. Daniel Folds, Ian Martin, Parker Redslap will end up finishing 5 seconds back, coasting in eighth. Mario Ercolani with a nice top 10 in ninth, and David Trumbley, your top 10.
In 11th, David Adamczyk. I'm sorry, how?
David Adamczyk.
Oh, I did get it correct. Jeremy Little finishing 12th, Josh Holmes 13th, Brandon Roberts ended up finishing in 14th, Jake Perkins in 15th, Scott Fink in 16th with Ryan Pollins in 17th, Eric Jones ended up finishing this race in 18th place, Eric Sellers 19th, Cody Moorcroft in 20th, and Ryan Campa, who I believe did not start this race, ended up finishing in 21st.
And the rest of the rundown includes, that's it.
That's it.
The 21 cars, so yeah.
Well,
so we're going to take a break. We're going to step away. Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. Your thoughts, man.
No. I thought I had to vamp, but I don't have to vamp. We're going to go on break.
We are definitely interesting race. It's crazy the way that it came to it, the way that it did. But when it's all said and done, an awesome job. And man, we'll have to sort this out. Right now, the finish is unofficially pending. But in my opinion, you run out of fuel, you didn't fill your car up, that's got to be on you. And Robbie Keneally is the winner. Back with more in a moment, the American iRacing League from Nashville. When we return, LSRTV and CRN Sports will grab a word with the top three unofficially when we return.
We're based out of West Monroe, Louisiana. We do custom T-shirts, racing. We'll do any shirt. We'll do schools, churches, fundraisers. We do a ton of event shirts, as you can see on our board here, all around our banner. Personalized. I mean, we do anything. It doesn't matter to us. We got the custom rugs. We use all the, top quality shirts, inks and everything. Hoodies, hats. We do embroidered hats, embroidered shirts. Just you can call us for anything. We do offer the bag and fold to where you can receive them and they're already labeled and tagged and bagged, ready to give out to your customer and stuff. So you just call us and just tell us, hey, this is what we're looking at doing. And if we're going to put the car on there, it is 125 quantity minimum. If it's without the car, it's 60 quantity minimum. That's strictly on the racing stuff. If it's a business or something, if you just race on Texas shirts, it's a little bit differently. You can call us. It just depends on your quantity and ink colors. Everything is hand drawn. I mean, everything. We don't Photoshop anything onto a shirt or anything like that. Everything that we go through, everything is drawn, and which is the reason for the art fees. We do have several graphic artists that draw for us, and they're really good. So what we do is on any package that you do, we can mix and match. We can do any colors. You can do purple, red, blue, green, and do the rest black. It doesn't matter to us. With your design on there, we can do hoodies. We can do hoodies, long sleeve shirts, T-shirts, tank tops. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's almost limitless what you can do, and you can put all that together in that package to make that minimum requirement. requirements. They can call us 318-278-7191, or they can email us at bulletprooftees@yahoo.com, or they can go to the website bulletprooftees.com.
Welcome back to coverage of the American iRacing League. The LFOD Motorsports late model stocks are in the books. Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland here with you. We're going to grab a word with our top three. Robbie Keneally in a moment. Talk to young Robbie in victory lane. But first, third place, Dustin Mombercat. Dustin second in the Legends, third in the late model stocks. And oh my goodness, dude, craziness on the last lap. Understanding half the field ran out of fuel. Your take on it?
That was wild. I noticed at about lap 30 when we were coming to the green, I burned a lot more fuel than what we started with, and the math just didn't add up to me. So I tried to save everything I could. I had about the same as Robbie left at the end, but I knew with those guys running a faster pace, they were probably screwed.
Carlos.
Oh, yes, I do apologize. Well, you ended up finishing there. Is there anything that you probably would have changed had could you go back in time and try something else differently?
I just would have wished I didn't mess up qualifying so bad. This place is really hard to pass. I felt like my speed was pretty good compared to them on the longer run. I just didn't have the qualifying speed or didn't hit a very good lap in qualifying. So I think that hurt a lot of my chances.
All right, man. Well, we'll get ready for that super late model race. What do you think that's going to be like, and do you think you're going to fill up a lot more on the tank for the fuel, just in case?
No, I think we should be good in the super. It's just a complete different animal. The super late model has 10 more gallons than what the late model stock did, so I think everyone should be pretty good on fuel here.
All right, man. Dustin Mombercat, he'll finish in the number 3 position, second in the Legends, and we'll see what he does in the Super coming up next. Trayton Lapsevich, he was so close to winning. Trayton, what's your take of this race, bud, and finishing in second when you should have been the winner, actually, whenever you made that dive after Parker Retzlaff when he ran out of fuel on the white flag and won?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I probably finished where I was going to, had we all had enough fuel. But no, I think just the big thing is no one really expects to not have enough fuel in races like this. And by the time we all realized, it was really just too late. So coming out of 4 when I ran out, I put the clutch and I saw Robbie in my mirror, and I really just tried to block him wherever he was going. And it just wasn't quite enough.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a heavy block from what we saw, and you kind of, I guess, almost answered the question I had. But yeah, coming into that, 2 laps to go, 1 lap to go there at the end, you were really like right there on the back, and had he not ran out of fuel, do you think that you probably could have done something? Would you have like moved him for the win, or how would you have? What would your approach would have been had he not run out of fuel?
If I could do it cleanly, I definitely would have tried and give him a little bump to move him out of the line a little. I felt the last few laps there from about 10 to go to the end, I was beating him pretty good through turn 3 and 4, and my turn 1 and 2 was getting a little better, so we were closing in a little. I'm just not sure if I would have been close enough to make a move coming to the checkered.
All right, man. So are you going to fill the tank up all the way for the super race coming up next, Trayton?
I'm going to have an eye on the fuel for this next race.
All right, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Got any sponsors?
Just a big thanks to all you guys, AIRL, LSRTV, and big shout out to Reaper Speed Lab as well.
Trayton Lapsevich, our friend of the north out of Canada, he will settle for the number 2 position. Finally, victory lane from Midvale, California. It is Robbie Keneally. Robbie, congratulations, bud. Man, you shades of what happened a couple of weeks ago where Bowman stole one at Richmond. You stole one here tonight, Retzlaff and Lapsevich. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That's just all luck. I think that's the most luck I've ever had on my sim racing career. It was definitely crazy.
Did you realize he had ran out of fuel?
I realized a little when I just started catching him. He said he was good to the end after Parker said in Discord that he was running out, but I saw him kind of slow down, and if I would have been mad if he didn't throw that block. We're coming to the line, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's something I was going to ask you. What was going through your head when you saw that big 32 machine just make a dive, or 76 in your eyes, just make a dive right in front of you?
I wasn't thinking a thing. It was too quick to even think. I just held her wide open.
All right, man. Before I let you go, go ahead, Carlos. You got another question for him? Go ahead.
No, it's not really a question, more of a statement. Well, it was a kind of a sort of battle of the number 32s here on the broadcast, because you're driving the 32 right now, but he's the actual number 32 with the number 76 colors. So it was kind of a battle between the 32s there, which I thought was going to be a battle for third place or second place. Ended up being a battle for the win. So congratulations on that.
I appreciate it.
Robbie Keneally, Victory Lane, the man out of Midvale, California, picking up the win. Young Robbie now going to try to get inside the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models. Try to get another win in the late models here at Nashville. So, hey, Parker Retzlaff won Legends. Honestly, we should have been talking to him in Victory Lane. Parker Retzlaff, then Trayton Lapsevich got him when he ran out of fuel. Lapsevich ran out of fuel off turn 4, and Robbie Keneally steals one and gets himself a big win here. The super late models, they're coming up next. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we prepare for those drivers to go for action after a quick commercial and musical interlude. We'll be back. Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland, Charles Wooten in production. It is the American iRacing League, LSRTV, CRN Sports, back with more from Nashville virtually in a moment.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have two options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back. LSRTV CRN's coverage of the American iRacing League. And it's round 5. It's Nashville Throwback Weekend. And the big boys with their super bad toys are on the racetrack virtually right now. The super late models sponsored by Team 126 Racing. Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland here with you. We got Charles Wood in the production chair. And Carlos, now we get a lot faster with these cars on the racetrack. 75 laps coming up right after qualifying.
Yeah, and we got about, I want to say 25 minutes left to kill. So I want to spend some of that time by saying that I have a bone to pick with Charles. All right, I'm a little disappointed that I don't have my names in a beautiful fancy graphics that, that says who's commentating. So Charles, why you got to do me dirty like that? Charles, come on, man.
Well, let's try this again. It's let's put the names on the bottom of the screen there. Nope, never mind. Even Barney said no. You're not worthy, Carlos.
Oh no, come on, Barney. I thought you were my friend. I drove you home that one time.
Qualifying is about to begin.
Oh, Charles is calling me a relief pitcher. He's not wrong.
Yeah, you weren't in the starting lineup. Open qualifying.
What a plot
Holy
twist.
cow. Open qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. This will be fun. And there goes Terry Labonte, throwback car number 5.
On my end, I'm seeing one car qualifying. I don't know if it's a glitch on my end or a production's end, but I don't believe it's open qualifying.
Yeah, I think they're resetting it. And I think we're going to take an instant replay of qualifying.
Yeah, Pulse Poppers, instant replay. You like fishing? You like tackle and gear? I think that's the fishing terms I know.
Not really fishing. I'm so busy with my regular day-to-day life as an announcer. I really don't have time to go fishing.
I've gone fishing.
I literally don't even have time to walk on the damn beach. I'm down at New Smyrna or Daytona during speed weeks. I literally see the ocean, and my hotel room is like at the ocean, but then I literally don't even go to the water. So
I think Charles is trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
All right. So this is when we put hashtag blame Charles on the chat.
It ain't Charles' fault. How's it Charles' fault?
Sorry. Blame Cody. I apologize. Blame Cody on the chat. Just put hashtag blame Cody. So we do have single car qualifying, and we do have a couple drivers already posted a lap time, including Dustin Morbiquette, who finished 2nd in race number 1, and I believe 3rd in race number 2. Can you confirm that with me?
Yes.
That's correct, yeah, and he's currently on provisional pole. Parker Retzlaff currently in 2nd with Tyler J. Payne. What a last name! In 3rd. Kyle Meyer 4th, and David Pollins in 5th.
And right now, Dustin Momberket's in the bar at the top. Here's Ian Martin in the 98 machine. We'll see what he can do on qualifying.
From what I am seeing, nobody currently right now is running any really good lap times. On the field, I can see Cody Nod, Kyle Mayer, Scott Fink, and Mario Ercolani.
Mario Ercolani. Ercolani.
There's no L there.
It's Ercolani.
All right. That's a name, Ercolani. I will respect that.
Or just be like Charles and call him Cannoli. He just calls him Carson. He calls it Mario Cannoli.
Interesting to note that I've been told from the producer, $10 to tonight's pole sitter and $20 to the race winner. Do we have a sponsor for that?
Team 126 Racing, yeah.
Team 126 Racing, thank you so much for dropping in some of that amazing prize money to the pole sitter and the winner. May I also add maybe $10 for most improved commentator?
Trey Lapsovich to Tim Hortons, number 76. Better make sure he fills up the fuel tank.
Oh, no.
And right now, Ryan Matthews going to the top of the board in the 51 super late model.
Alex McCollum had a really, really fast first half. He had a really, really good 1 and 2. Unfortunately, was not able to get as good of a corner in 3 and 4, and is currently qualifying in second at 0.02 of a second off the pole right now.
Here comes Lapsevich off the corner. Lapsevich will turn sixth best. 18.494 will be his lap. 18.494.
That's good enough for 6th place. Now, he was number 32 on timing and scoring last race. This race, he's a number 132 on timing and scoring. That being said, he does still have the Tim Hortons number 76. So I'm going to get used to this.
Throwback weekend at Nashville about to wrap up with qualifying. And it looks like it's about to be done because I don't think that Ryan Campbell is going to take a lap. And in about 15 seconds or less, 10 seconds now, qualifying will officially conclude. And the field will be set. Barney ready to throw that checkered flag out. He's ready for it. All right. That's it. That's qualifying. And that is in the books. Ryan Matthews will be the man that will be on the pole as fast qualifier. And the field will get lined up behind the pace car. They're going to go 75 laps. 75 laps coming up for the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models, part of the American iRacing League Throwback Weekend at Nashville, presented by Sneed Competition Designs. On the pole, Ryan Matthews. And by the way, the starting lineup is presented by our box sponsor, Team 126 Racing as well. Ryan Matthews on the pole. Alex McCollum from New Jersey to the outside, row 1. Row 2. We'll find Dustin Mombercat of the 16 to the outside, Parker Retzlaff in 42. Row number 3, the 18 of Tyler Payne, Manassas, Virginia driver to the outside from Canada, Trayton Lapsevich in the 176. Horton's entry. Row number 4, Brett Suggs. He will be in the 133 to the outside. Robbie Keneally, the late model stock winner. And the final top 10, row 5, Kyle Meyer, 88. Rick Spencerwald in the 15.
Yep, in row number 6 is going to be David Pollins, a Carolina driver, with Jake Perkins from Florida. Row number 7 will be Daniel Folds from Virginia, and Jeremy Little, a representative of Triple L Motorsports.
Row number 8. We'll find Aiden Murray in the 70 machine to the outside, Ian Martin in the 98. Row number 9, we'll find Carson Nagy, the 93 to the outside. Mario Ercolani in the 41. Row number 10, we'll find John Oliet in the 81 to the outside. Eric Jones in the 11. And Ryan the back, along with Cody Knott, Brandon Campbell. There is your David Trombley, Finke, row number 12. Ryan Campbell in the back. 25 super late models. There's your starting lineup. Carlos, you back with me, amigo? I think we lost Carlos. Anyhow, the field is on the racetrack. Let's take a look at your 411 presented by Race On Texas as it's about to go down for the feature. You saw practice wrap up. You saw qualifying wrap up with Ryan Matthews taking the pole. And now we prepare for a 75-lap race. Race information presented by RaceOnTexas.com. Weather conditions as they come to 1 to go. Bottom right of your monitor. Still no change in the ambient temperature, 75 degrees, sunny and 75. 2 miles per hour. Track temp, though, Carlos, is at 120.
That's a pretty big difference. That sun is beating down on that hot asphalt. And while that wind is only 2 degrees, at that temperature, I want that to be like 15.
18 degrees of banking in the corners of 1 and 2, Unison to 3 and 4. 10 degrees on the straightaway. And the pace car will get ready to drop in. The Warlords, the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models, holding them down. Milton Barney 5 Jr. ready to throw the green. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a virtual race. We are kicking the asphalt in the Music City virtually, Nashville style. Trouble.
Aiden B.
Turn
Murray,
4,
Brandon
cautions
Campbell.
out.
Lots of drivers involved. At number 11 there, you see Eric Jones. Third race in a row he's been involved in an incident.
It looks like a parking lot off of turn number 4. And the Pulse Poppers Fish and Lure Instant Replay will tell you what went down after the caution on lap number 2.
My telemetry saying that the initial contact involved possibly Jeremy Little, but that's been known to lie multiple times for me. Take a look. We're seeing here the number 99. And yeah, I saw the 88 get loose, save it, and
wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Up and in the air.
Was that Jeremy Little flying in the... Yes, it was. We need to go on board with Jeremy Little in the blue 55 car. Believe I can fly. Look out, R. Kelly. You got some competition in the race car virtually. Watch this.
He drove it off.
And if you have some type of epilepsy or not a fan of dizziness, we encourage you not to watch. We're on board, and now we listen to Jeremy Little.
Oh, wow. That's just a checkup.
And he hooked the landing, though. He hooked the landing.
Did. That's an 8.5 from the Russian judge.
He did, man. He hooked the landing.
Do we have like a starter cam or a helicopter camera from that? I want to see who else. What else could have happened? I saw the 88 get sideways, but I'm not quite sure just what caused that. And it seems like the stack up to avoid a possible incident caused that incident.
You ask, you shall receive from the blimp or from the drone camera high above, presented by All American Pools. Watch the drone. Watch this. And next lap around.
I think it's the next lap, yeah. In turn 3 and 4 is when it happens. So we're not really going to be seeing anything here in 1 and 2, other than some amazing side-by-side battle.
Yeah, watch it right here. It all bunches up in front of him. Here it goes. Oh,
he gave it too much beans. Got a little sideways.
Gave it too much beans? Did he just say give it too much? You said give it too much beans.
So something about me, I'm in 3 White TV, which is not, I'm not plugging it, but that's one of my catchphrases whenever I broadcast and whenever I'm behind the booth. I always tell that to the commentators.
He gave it too much beans.
You just go around, too much beans.
I'm going to put this I'm going to put it on Twitter. That's going to be my tweet here. He gave it too much beans.
You're going to catch yourself.
Did you guess what it means?
Pace car's off. We're about to go back to green.
He gave it too much. He gave it too much beans.
What an amazing start by the number 5, which is actually the 51 of Ryan
51.
Matthews.
That's right.
Yeah, clearing the lead, and has no competition whatsoever. But that number 10 of Alex McCollum is right on his behind. You can smell the beans from a mile away now. Oh, God! Around goes third place. Parker.
Oh my goodness! And he saved it. And he saved it. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
For a second there, that's got to be.
Tone it down here a little.
That has to be the save of the night right there for Parker Retzlaff, man. Holy cow, he was dirt tracking it. talking about dirt tracking, it's coming up tonight. Going to be a good one. Got a battle for the lead.
We saw the number 51 of Ryan Matthews pull off away from second place, but now it seems like the top two drivers are pulling away from the rest of the pack. Now that may or may not have a little to do with one of the third place drivers getting a little bit loosey-goosey in the middle of the corners, but Alex McCollum and Ryan Matthews are just pulling away from the wreck. Oh no, wreck! Brian and Campbell again!
Trouble. And no caution, though. No caution. Campbell had a problem, but they hold it together.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up to see what happened. I could just have been yelling for nothing.
He got off the beans.
Oh! No, he did. He gave it too much beans in the front stretch and then took a toe. Exiting off of 4. Just too much there. It spilled over and his car just went around.
The next time that I call a real race and I say they're coming to speed or going to gas, I'm going to think of Carlos and they're getting the beans.
They give it too much beans when you have too much exit speed and you spin around.
Oh my
But surprisingly, no cautions due to Brandon's quick thinking and hitting that Alt F4 button.
Oh, look out, trouble.
Oh, Dustin!
Mombercat, he got into it. Retzlaff got into Mombercat. Trouble in 3. Caution's out. Parker Retzlaff into Dustin Mombercat. And they were in the exit of they were in the corner. They were in the corner, actually.
Yeah, here's a pulse.
Look at this. It'll be the next time around. You give it a little bit too much beans there, Carlos.
That's not too much beans. That's just the bullies knocking over your plate.
Oh, look at it, boy. He's there.
A little bump and run.
Right there.
Switcheroo.
Got to the left here.
There's the contact. That's the bully that knocks over your textbooks in the hallway.
Textbooks? You mean notebooks?
Well, in my time, we had textbooks. I know. In your time, you had to manually write down everything the teacher taught you. But in my time,
Hey, I had a trapper keeper, okay, fella?
I had a TI calculator.
I did have a satchel. It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
I also had a satchel in school.
And there weren't beans in there. There were Skittles in there.
Those really big backpacks you would run into every kid in the hallway.
And it wasn't beans, it was Skittles. Oh.
Being an issue with Parker Retzlaff right now. I'm not sure if he stopped or if something happened, but I'm seeing...
He might have got a penalty. They might have penalized him.
May have just been stopped in the track.
If you're just joining us, yeah, he's going to the back. Justin Mombercat got hooked left rear, and they're going to call the penalty on Parker Retzlaff, and both cars will go to the back, actually. And honestly, if you go to a short track across America, across the country, that's normally the rule. Every car goes to the rear.
That's great to know, especially for any new people watching right now, and even for me, who has first time commentating here with LSRTV. I had no idea that was a rule in this league, so glad to know that they follow that short track style. But of course, it's also one of those good and bad type of scenarios where maybe you get involved for bad things. I don't know how to respond to that.
Gave it too much beans. I'm just beside myself right now.
Still on that, huh?
I can't believe it.
What if I told you? What if I told you I'm the reason why Greg always keeps on getting cheesecakes?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We love cheesecake. We love cheesecake.
I created the cheesecake of the race graphic.
Well, damn you all, give me a cheesecake graphic of the race. All right, I want a cheesecake. All right. The beans of the race award.
No. I like black beans myself. Or
he gave it too much beans.
Colored beans are good.
Colored beans? Fried beans? Carlos beans. Carlos's beans of the day. Here we go. Colored beans, refried beans. I'm a pinto bean myself. I like lima beans.
I haven't had refried beans in a while. I want some again.
I'm stuck here in Mexico living on them. Here we go. Back
Speaking
on the
of beans,
restart.
back on the beans here. Green flag's out.
Back on the beans.
No problems there for number 5 and the 0. That's in iRacing telemetry. You'll be seeing number 51 and the number 10. That's your first and second place driver. Third place is Trajan Lapsevich with the number 132 or the 76s as we're calling it today. Single file 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A battle for 5th and 6th right now. Side by side. I have too much beans right now.
Ole! Down the back straightaway they go. David Trumbull a little bit sideways up on the back of the wall, the McDonald's car. I wonder if you get beans at McDonald's. I'm loving it. As they work their way across the start-finish line. Another lap in. By the way, we're on lap number 22 of 75. About to be 1/3 of the way through this thing here.
This race is going by very, very quickly and very entertaining. I'll say that for sure. Nice to see these drivers starting to settle down a little bit. Mostly single-file racing throughout the track. There's something going on.
Daniel Folds bounced off the concrete just below the flag stand right behind Tyler Payne, and he'll make a save and keep on going. That is the car that looks very similar to Matt Looney's car.
Trying to see what else is going on. It's mostly spread out single file, which is going to be good. These drivers need to take care of themselves, and who knows, maybe some of them may have to save some fuels. We talked to some of the drivers post race of what happened in race number 2, and you know, you can never say never. This is not something they expected, and I'm sure they're looking at their gauges right now while they're going through the middle of a long run to see, do I got to save fuel or not? And so if so, they maybe have to back off, get a little less speeds there on the edge of the corners.
That's right. Gotta give it the beans.
I'm gonna try to take a look at the lap times of the current of the top 2 just to see who is running what. It seems like they're almost running identical-ish lap times. I want to say Alex McCollum actually within the last 5 laps has only ran. Actually, sorry, it just changed right now. Within the last 5 laps, as Carson Nagy goes around, Ricky Spencer Walt's involved as well.
Another caution. That looks like Talladega and Ricky Bobby right there for a second. And by the way, that car that I was referring to, it is Mike Looney, the 09 car. Looks like Mike Looney's throwback. Not Matt Looney, Mike Looney.
Looks like we all had some flubs today. Is this the replay camera here?
This is the replay. It is the Bolts Poppers instant replay. Watch this.
Oh my goodness.
Into the wall. Probably got damaged, but it wasn't from that.
Had some right there.
He was about to have a bad break today.
Yeah, he was not gonna be loving it.
So Matthews driving the Terry Labonte throwback to the Iron Man.
Amazing driver, amazing man.
Yeah. Texas Terry Labonte.
We have now gone to autopilot. So speaking of planes, is there? Do you expect there to be another incident in which somebody else will take off in the air before this race is over?
Oh, I don't know. I know that I'll be. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens for sure.
How about this? I think it may be a battle between these first 2 drivers. They're just pulling away incredibly quickly. Who do you think may have it based on these two? What these 2 drivers have shown the last couple laps?
Well, it looks like Ryan Matthews has got a really, really strong car, but I think also that Trayton Lapsevich is just kind of playing possum, staying back. So maybe going to come back and make some kind of a daring move, if you will. Yeah.
Something I do kind of get the feeling is I do think that Alex is being held back by Ryan, but I could be wrong. But just based on the way it looks, it seems like Alex can get right behind Ryan and could just be settling in and just running laps until he gets into a prime position to actually pass for the lead. But you know, that's just from what I'm seeing here in my point of view. Anything can change here very, very quickly. I'm just curious or not if we're going to be able to see these guys battle it out at the end and maybe even see that famous bump and run.
Our producer has got a bowl of beans because Carlos has talked him into it. Beans and brownies for the birthday boy.
Happy birthday. I don't think we've mentioned it.
I did.
I want to go ahead and no. And whose birthday were we celebrating today?
His birthday was yesterday.
Yes, and we didn't sing happy birthday to him. Now you gotta change that. Otherwise, he's gonna have a bad day.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
Feliz cumpleaños a
birthday,
ti.
Charles Woodson. Happy birthday from LSRTV to you.
Now that song is no longer copywritten.
Oh my goodness.
But, so we can unleash ourselves on that song, just like the leaders are unleashing their beans back to the full throttle position. Green flag is back out as the number 5 is continuing to take off. Single file, the first 5 I'm seeing, yeah. No, first 6 is battle for 6th or 7th right now. As my co-commentator has gone from 0 to 100 and lost it. He's dropped the beans. He spilled the beans.
Oh, here we go. Back to green. Oh my goodness. Look out. That's Retzlaff, guys.
Involved.
That's Retzlaff. Parker Retzlaff, by the way. He's wrecked.
Kyle Meyer.
Retzlaff, 81, also involved. John Oliette. Holy cow.
Instant replay.
Watch the 42. He's the one that got up in the fence, guys. Parker Retzlaff gave a new version of off-road control.
Hold on, we're that too early right now.
No, we're not. Watch this. Right here.
Oh, man.
Oh my goodness!
That's off-road tracking.
Thank you, Mammon.
Can we get an onboard camera of that McDonald's machine? I think he may have just avoided another incident.
The 96 car, David Trumbley. Have you had your break today?
Producer's a little has a mouthful of brownie crumbs and a finger full of beans.
Brownie beans.
Taking a look here on the onboard of the number 96.
We're on board with David Trumbley. Off turn 4. Look at this. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, not 1, not 2, but 3.
That is the Allstate Good Hands driver of the race award.
He about hit the wall barrier off turn 4 on the pit lane.
He almost did. What an amazing drive there by the number 96.
That was an old moment. First you say it, then you do it. Now that's when you choke on them. Quick break. Back with more in a moment. LSRTV. We're going to cook some beans and come back for the restart. Close it in on halfway. This time by the way. 75 laps at Nashville.
ETE Reman is the world's best remanufacturer of transmissions for import and domestic cars and trucks. Based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, our customers are repair shops, auto parts stores, dealerships, and distributors. And with 6 nationwide warehouses, we're where and when you need us. So when you're looking for a transmission that is like new, only better, instill confidence and install ETE Reman.
So we may not be fully ready for this, just like the beans, because we got one more lap to go before they can unleash the beans. And Wesley, what do we have in store
love
for
how
us?
this
We
guy
have some
has just come in and took over
beans,
as me being lead announcer. Did y'all hear this?
Red beans.
Is it? Do what?
You want some red beans, colored beans?
No, sir. I don't want no beans. I want a green flag run to the checker. So let's have green beans. Yeah, there you go. Let's have green beans.
That's the only type of beans I don't eat.
What the hell is wrong with you? That's not American. Well, wait a minute. You're from South Africa.
I'm not American.
I mean, South America. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. Pace car is in. Here we go. Matthews, he'll send it off 4 in the restart box. We're back underway.
Another amazing restart with the number 5, Ryan Matthews. Remember, 51 on scoring and timing, but number 51 in our hearts. Number 5 in our hearts. I apologize. As the 0 of Alex McCollum once again lets the 5 get kind of pull away a little bit and then starts reeling him in. I do think the number 0 of Alex McCollum may be the driver to beat, but that's only a matter of time as we have, I want to say just like 27 laps remaining in this race. There's still plenty of times for things to get chaotic. And Wesley, we're seeing some battles there almost like for 6th place.
Yeah, we're watching them as they work their way back into the corner. We keep an eye on the 5 car. That's Stacy Matthews. And Lapsevich right there within a cat's whisker. He's ready to pounce on him. Alex McCollum also is there. There's Lapsevich. He's holding off Robbie Keneally.
Oh,
Shades
the 09 goes around.
Late model race again. Trouble the 09. Daniel Folds in the Mike Looney throwback car. The caution is out.
John Olette made some contact with him, trying to avoid him at the last minute there. Wasn't able to do so successfully. We're going to see here, side-by-side battle. Next time by, I believe.
Yeah, watch the 09 car. And if you don't know who Mike Looney is, he's a 2-time winner of the Valley Star Credit Union 300 for NASCAR late models at Martinsville. He is also a former NASCAR National Series weekly champion. Watch this. I turned. And, whoa, there's another wreck to the wall there. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, was there? I did not see anything.
Hey, you hear the impact.
Why don't we go ahead our Pulse Poppers instant replay and take a look at what possibly happened up there past that first initial incident.
Here comes the Looney throwback of Folds on the pit lane. He's going to have to get some service done. And by
let me tell you what, all these cautions, I do think they no longer will probably have to worry about running out of fuel with one.
I hope not. 30 laps to go.
Honestly, at this point, if there was a worry, these drivers should be going down Perry Road, and the fact that none of them are is telling me that they're confident that they can make it.
The Iron Man, Terry Labonte throwback, Stacy Matthews behind the wheel tonight. Alex McCollum in the number 2 spot. Braden Lapsevich is 3rd. In the Tim Hortons Coffee number 76. Robbie Keneally, the late model stock winner, finishes now in 4th. Brett Suggs in the top 5. Good run for Brett. Don't forget, tonight, 11:30 Eastern, 10:30 LSRTV Central Time, 9:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 Pacific. Coverage of the Northwest iRacing Cup Series, and it is round 7 from the Bristol Dirt Race.
That is just going to be a pleasure. I'm gonna try to tune in as much as I can. Unfortunately for me, being in the East Coast, it's a little too late for me to possibly see the end, but that's going to be something that I'm going to be tuning in to see what I can, and then the next morning when I wake up, I'm going to be watching that while working.
You're in the East Coast. Where are you at right now? Where do you reside from, Carlos?
I currently live in Miami.
Miami. I'm going to Miami. I'm Miami. All right. I've been to Miami before.
Can I leave?
Can you what?
Can I leave? I said as a joke.
I like Miami. I mean, I wouldn't live there, but I like Miami.
No, exactly, yeah. Miami is great to visit, but I would not like to continue living there.
Hello to my little friend! Oh, I'm quoting Tony Montana, Scarface, because that is based out of Miami. People don't know that, but it is. All right, here we go.
I haven't seen those movies, but...
You've never seen Scarface?
No, I need to for sure. I actually did not know that it was set in Miami.
It was, yes. Ready for the restart. So was Too Fast, Too Furious in Miami as well. Here we go. Back for green. Green flag. McCollum just couldn't get the jump on Matthews, and Matthews will pull away.
Lapsevich gave the current race leader Ryan Matthews a quick little shove in the back to let him know he's there right before they went restarting there on the greens, and that probably helped the number 5 just get cleared of the number 10. The number 0 almost instantly there going into 1 and 2.
25 laps to go, and Tyler Payne bounced off the wall, and he backed up the traffic behind him.
Oh no! Well, you know what they say: no pain, no gain.
Yeah, about spilled the beans.
All right, I don't think you understand the concept of spilling the beans.
Tyler Payne and Jake Perkins there side by side. Into the turn, into 3, working their way off 4. Next time around, we're under 25 laps to go.
Beautiful battle currently right now. 10th place with Parker Retzlaff, Scott Fink, Eric Jones, and Kyle Meyer. Fantastic battle that we're seeing out on track. And taking a look back at the front end, the number 5 of Ryan Matthews actually able to pull away. I think it's the farthest I've seen him ahead of second place a couple laps into a green flag run. Of course, that's not really going to mean much, but with less than 25 laps to go, it is go time right now.
Yeah, just could not run down Ryan Matthews. As here comes Alex McCollum. He's closing in. Half a car length, 2 car lengths now. Closing into 3rd, Lapsevich. And you gotta wonder, after the debacle in the late model stock event, are they watching their fuel gauges carefully? 20 to go, this time by at Nashville.
I like to imagine at this point they're probably all good to go. Very interesting battle that's starting to develop up here in the front. As it's just these 2 drivers, but the moment they start getting side by side, that's going to start slowing them down. And I would not be surprised to see Trayton or Robbie start to battle, possibly for first as well.
And look at Alex McCollum trying to reel in your leader Matthews as they cross the start-finish line. From the fan cam, back up the high banks of the 18 degrees at Nashville into 1 and 2.
It's always a pleasure to see cameras angles from the fans' perspectives. It's always nice, always a pleasure. As that battle for 3rd is starting to grow deeper. As if they start battling now, then they may not be there at the end for when the leaders do start battling. And they're almost there. They're almost battling.
Matthews, McCollum. There's Lapsevich. Kinley, Suggs, Perkins. Sounds like a law firm. That's the top 5 as they go back into the corner out of 4.
No problem there from what else I am seeing. These guys are just pulling away from the rest of the field. It's a 2-car separation, followed by a 3-car separation, followed by a 2-car separation. I would say it's probably a cheaper version of a haiku.
16 to go. And Ryan Matthews still out in front, but you see McCollum trying to reel him in like bait on a Holtz popper fishing lure hook.
Especially on one of their hooks.
And there's Lapsevich along with Keneally, Robbie Keneally. It's literally shaping up to be shades without Parker Retzlaff of the same scenario we saw in the late model stock race. 15 to go.
Right now, Alex McCollum has the fastest car between these 2. 4 out of the last 5 laps, he's run faster than the race leader. But he can't really do anything, at least not right now. If he's going to do a bump and run, it's way too early to do that off. As last lap, Ryan Matthews was only 0.03 of a second faster than your second-place driver, Alex McCollum. But the tide's been turning, and the fastest car, I do believe, belongs to the number 10, or the 0 of Alex McCollum.
Yeah, back to 1. Matthews, McCollum, they're 1 and 2. Lapsevich to 3rd. He's up 3 spots. He's in the 3rd position from starting 6th. Keneally is there, up 4 spots from starting this race in 7th. Or starting 8th, actually.
These top 2 drivers are separating as actually the lap times are fluctuating as it's now no longer Alex McCollum's having the faster ride right now. It's one lap Alex, 1 lap Ryan, 1 lap Alex, the rest. That's how it's kind of moving around as they're separating themselves from essentially 3rd and back. As those drivers, the 132, the 131 is on timing and scoring, and they're going to be different out in the pictures. But they're hanging on as I think the 76 may be the slowest car out of them, maybe slowing down Brett Suggs and Jake Perkins. So it could be a matter of time before he gets moved out of the way for that third place position.
10 laps to go. By the way, Ryan Matthews from Virginia, Alex McCollum, New Jersey, Trayton Lapsevich, Canada, Robbie Keneally, California. Just some of the different areas that these drivers live in across the U.S. and Canada. Racing here, battling at Nashville in the top 4.
It's a beautiful racetrack as well. It's a shame that it's not being used, or that it's underappreciated in some cases. But it's fantastic and always provides great short track racing. And we've seen it now 3 races in a row. We're going to be seeing what I'm assuming, and I feel confident calling it, a fantastic finish to this race.
Yeah, Nashville's still in operations, bud. They actually had a race the other week ago where they ran a solid week of Legends car racing.
Yeah, I never said it was out. It's just I was saying it's underappreciated.
I don't think it's underappreciated.
Oh, you think it's overappreciated?
Within the next 3 years, you'll see the NASCAR Cup Series back there again.
I really hope so. Now, here's some trivia. Who was the last Cup Series winner at that track?
The winner of the last Cup race? The one that crossed the finish line first, as my daddy used to always say to me. The winner of the last Cup race at Nashville, I want to say it was Darrell Waltrip.
I want to make sure I get my facts correct before I tell you.
5 laps to go. See, you don't even know. 5 laps to go. He's probably looking up Google as we speak. They come to the line.
I am. I'm not hiding it.
Ryan Matthews, Alex McCollum, 1 and 2. I was just answering it on the fly. To the back straightaway into turn number 3. And you notice that the top 2, Matthews, McCollum, and we have a caution.
No.
Wow, here we go, overtime.
Kyle Meyer.
Number 88, Kyle Meyer, and overtime is forthcoming.
There's a Pulse Poppers instant replay camera.
Right around Ian Martin, watch this. 98 on the outside, Meyer on the inside, and nobody would lift. Walkman in the corner. He had a shot on the bottom. And right here, just drifted up. And in doing so,
oh no,
Martin slips.
Oh my goodness.
Meyer goes around. Wow.
That's a classic case of too much beans exiting the corner for the 98, clipped the rear quarter panel of the 88, and flipping around like a couple patties in a barbecue goes that number 88 of Kyle Meyer.
Whatever he said. Overtime coming up here. All right, so let's set it for you, Carlos, because this is your first time experiencing the American iRacing League at overtime. It's just like NASCAR, except there is 3 attempts at a green-white checker. It's very simple. The leader takes the green. If we have another caution, we'll re-rack them, restack them, and go again. If it comes to a 3rd attempt and there is a caution on the restart before the white, race is officially on posted standings. If we take the white flag and there's a wreck, the race is officially halted. They will run the race with timing and scoring based on time of caution.
That's nice to know, but iRacing doesn't throw cautions when the white flag's been displayed.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. So I guarantee you.
Well, I mean, if they take the white flag, race is over.
Well, yeah, but iRacing just will not throw a caution. Period. Yeah, so I guarantee you, if there's an incident, if there's a spin or something on the last lap, nobody is going to be hitting the brakes unless they think a caution is going to come out.
So we have passed the scheduled distance of 75 laps.
Does this mean we get paid in overtime as well, right?
No.
I gotta talk to my manager. Don't worry, I'm used to killing the mood.
So the lights are off on the pace car, Carlos. We are ready for overtime. This is attempt number 1 of 3 if needed. Matthews, McCollum, it will be double file, side by side on the restart. And again,
right, here you go. What's your picks? Who do you think is going to win? I think we're going to be seeing somebody outside the first 2 rows win this race. I think the leader's going to get involved in an incident.
We'll see. Wreckers or checkers, attempt overtime number 1.
Oh!
He spun the tires. Matthews did. It punched up the field behind him. Here comes McCollum with a shot on the outside. They go to 1.
Beautiful drive off by the number 5 of Ryan Matthews. Not quite able to clear as Alex scrapes the outside wall. Nothing else going on the racetrack. Everything's looking good to get the white flag. Momentum of the number 0, Alex McCollum, as white flag is out.
The CRN 1 to go. One more lap around. McCollum up the racetrack. Here comes Lapsevich on the inside. He'll get a run, a wiggle and a giggle and a jiggle and a bobble from the machine of McCollum. Meanwhile, Stan Matthews, Ryan will hold his place. Checkered flag. Lapsevich around McCollum for second. They're wrecking at the start-finish line, and that race is in the books in overtime. Ryan Matthews picking up the win. Wow.
I did not expect Ryan to win this race when I saw him spin his tires. Yeah. I thought that victory was going to go to the 10, or they would battle it out hard into the corner. What an amazing job to keep cool, be like the Iceman, and be able to not retake the lead, he had the lead, but be able to get a drive off and be able to hold it off and secure the victory. So fantastic job. What an amazing burnout.
An extra 4 laps. It was 79 laps the distance of a 75-lap feature and 1 overtime shootout. And when it's said and done, Ryan Matthews will pick up the win. Let's take a look at your sawblade.com unofficial results here at Nashville for the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models. Ryan Matthews is your winner. Trayton Lapsevich is second. Alex McCollum third. Robbie Keneally fourth. Parker Retzlaff was fifth. What a good way to come back after his problems. Brett Suggs, Dustin Mombercat, 7th. Jake Perkins, Scott Finke, and Tyler Payne, your top 10.
In 11th, John Olette, Eric Jones in 12th, Rick Spencer Waltz in 13th, David Trumbley in 14th, Daniel Folds 15th. Cody Knott will be finishing in 16th with Mario Urcanali in 17th, Kyle Meyer 18th, Ian Martin 19th, and Carson Nagy will be finishing in 20th place.
And the rest of the rundown includes David Polins in 21st. Brandon Campbell will finish in 22nd, followed by Jeremy Little 23rd. Aiden Murray and Ryan Campbell. The full field rundown of 25 drivers in the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models. So we will take a quick break, and we will grab a word with Ryan Matthews, Trayton Lapsevich, Alex McCollum, and we will wrap things up here from virtual Nashville with the American iRacing League in just a moment.
Let's face it, to build a new website or redesign your existing site, you have 2 options. You can start by learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, SEO, SQL, CMS, well, you get the idea. Or you can be smarter and look for someone who is a professional in web design like Sneed Competition Design. We are experienced in building quality websites for our clients. We always start with strategy and planning to build a clear vision about what you need. Your website will then be passed on to the design and development phase, where we will ensure that you get a fully responsive design that is easy to use regardless of any device using the latest tools in web development. Contact us today, and let's talk about accelerating your business to the next level by creating a complete online solution.
Welcome back to coverage of the American iRacing League here from the virtual Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. iRacing, and every Monday night we'll do it round number 6. We're halfway. By the way, when we wrap up tonight, we are halfway through the season. We'll go to round 6 next Monday night. Anyhow, Carlos Acosta, Wesley Outland, Samuel Dyer joined me for the Legend Cars, and Charles Wooten in production. We're going to talk to our top 3 to wrap out the night. We're We're going to talk to Ryan Matthews in victory lane in just a moment in that Iron Man Terry Labonte throwback number 5 of the Kellogg's Warrior. But first, Alex McCollum, he was dead shot on Matthews' heels the entire race. Last restart in overtime, he falls back to third. Alex, still on the podium. Your take of the race tonight, bud?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It looks like it was me and Matthews on the long run, so I kind of wish we got a little bit more green flag laps and would have been fun. But he almost fell out of the seat there on that restart. He spun the tires, and I tried to take advantage there, but I couldn't do much on the top.
Carlos.
Yeah, that's something that I actually was going to ask you about how you felt, but yeah, it looks like you were very quick to notice that the number 5 spun his tires, and you tried to do what you can, but coming to that last corner, I believe the number 76 of Trayton Lapcevich gave you, I want to say, one of the smoothest looking bumps and runs there going into 3 and 4. I don't know what it felt like in your corner, but just what was going through your head on that going into that last corner? Did you think that was maybe a shot that you could try to do something to get the win, or were you just trying to defend it to second?
I knew I didn't have a shot at him unless I got a really good run off 1 and 2. I wasn't gonna ship him. I didn't want to wreck him for the win because sometimes there's neck haired and either you're gonna hit him or you're gonna spin him out. So I didn't want to take the chance. I'll sit on podium, and then I got loose, and then he gave Train more momentum, and he gave me a little tap, but that's just short track racing. So overall, it was a really good finish for the top 3.
Yeah, fun time, Alex. Before we let you go, thank your sponsors. I know you'll reset and get ready for round 6 next Monday night.
Yeah, I want to thank 09 Motorsports and McCall Manufacturing, you guys for broadcasting, and Tyler Payne for putting the event on.
All right, man, there you go. That is the driver of Alex McCollum. Second spot in the race. It's going to go to Trayton Lapcevich. Trayton, so Carlos kind of talked about it. Interesting finish. The shootout, you spun the tires, or Matthew spun the tires. Did you think that was the opportune time to go and try to get after him there, and you just ran out of room on the outside? Was your tires used up too, or in second place? You got to be good with that finish.
Yeah, I'm really happy with second. I mean, I spun the tires on that final restart too. I got a little excited when I saw Matthews jump too. So yeah, we really just took what we got. Tried to take a run out of 2 there when McCollum got a little loose and got into him a bit in 3. Luckily, it worked out. It was clean, if anything. So we both finished, and I'm really happy with the second.
Yeah, and I did mention this to Alex in what I want to consider one of the smoothest bumps and runs that I've ever seen in my eyes straight, and you pulled that off, gave me a little tap going into 3 and 4 to get yourself into second place. What was going through your head? Did you expect to hit him? Were you surprised that it didn't wreck him, or what happened in the last corner?
I mean, I definitely wasn't aiming. I wasn't going in the corner extremely hard to try and get into him. I mean, if I got there, I got there, and I ended up just giving him the perfect tap just to get around him, moving up the track a little. So it worked out all right for sure.
Yeah, I believe he said that he got a little loose exiting the corner.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Trayton, man, at least 2 podiums. 2 podiums for the night. So, it's got to be a good night for you here in Nashville. Before we let you go, thank your sponsors.
You guys at LSRTV, everyone at AIRL, and Reaper Speed Lab as well.
All right, man, I appreciate it. When it's all said and done, it is the driver of Trayton Lapcevich. He will settle for the second position. Trayton Lapcevich again. To victory lane we go. It's going to be Ryan Matthews in the 51 machine. Ryan, congratulations to you, buddy. It's always great catching up with what you do with the Sarah Series and the Speed 51 Super Series championships and so much more. And a win here at Nashville. This was you had to fight for it on that overtime restart. You spun the tires. What was going through your mind there when they all bunched up behind you?
Yeah, I had high hopes coming to Nashville. This is one of my best tracks on iRacing, so I figured we'd get a decent finish out of tonight. But we got the pole and led pretty much all the race, and Alex was pretty close to me the whole time, and we kind of checked out there on those long runs. But I had one of my teammates getting in my head in Discord, and I got a little too excited on the throttle there and spun it just a tad bit, and that kind of gave the advantage to Alex there. And I knew the only way I would get away with it is if I ran him up a little bit higher than usual in 1 and 2, and I don't like doing that, but I think that was the way that I had to win. So appreciate him racing me clean and giving me a little bit of room, and luckily I was able to come away with it.
Yes, and kind of want to go into hypotheticals here for a little second here. I do believe that the number 0 machine of Alex did have a slightly faster car throughout the middle and longer run parts of the race. Do you think, had there not been a caution, would you have been confident enough to hold on and still get the win?
Yeah, every other lap he would be a little quicker, and I think we would kind of go back and forth. We held a pretty much a 2/10, 3/10 gap the whole race, and so I think if it did stay green, I think I would have been able to get away with it. So I think that caution did hurt me just a little bit. Probably made the chances a little bit slimmer of me getting the win, but like I said, I'm glad that Alex gave me the room there to kind of run up a little bit higher through 1 and 2, and glad I was able to pull it off.
Well, Ryan, before we let you go, man, thank your sponsors, and congratulations. I think you now make it the first winner in 4 races besides Parker Retzlaff to win in the Super Late Model, so you finally broke his streak of 4.
Yeah, I got to thank all of y'all at LSRTV, Tyler Payne, and everybody who puts in for the AIRL League, and all my teammates at Ludic Matthews Racing. Can't thank them enough. All my real life sponsors, S&M Auto Service, Pendleton Forest Products, Denise Matthews Real Estate, James River Nurseries, REM, Concrete and Seal Coating, and just everyone who helps put this on.
And we can catch you racing in real life at Dominion Raceway, am I correct?
Yeah. I'm not too sure on our schedule as far as right now. I think we're just gonna go as it goes. So, but we'll be at Dominion next weekend. So.
Yeah, I think I've got about 2 or 3 obligations this year on my calendar where I'll be with Dominion Raceway with the Cars Tour and also for the Smart Modified Series. So hopefully I run into you one of those weekends.
Yeah, I think we actually raced there during the Cars Tour, so that'll be cool to meet you again.
There you go. Ryan Matthews picking up the big win here tonight for the Team 126 Racing Super Late Models. And then, of course, LSRTV and CRN Sports. We are going to jump off here. We've got to reset, prepare for tonight's race, the Northwest iRacing Cup Series at Bristol. So, Carlos Acosta for Charles Wooten, the production chair. I'm Wesley Outland. Congratulations to all of our winners. We'll see you same time, same place next Monday night, round number 6, the American iRacing League.